Alrighty then, gamers. How's everybody doing tonight? We're a little earlier than usual due to timing constraint. We actually had a lot of matchups that we needed to swap around, but I think the deck is set to be, I guess what's a good analogy here, dealt before all of the players and the viewers and whatever, what you may have it. Anyway, it is Sunday evening in the Eurolands, and we're getting ready to rock the weekly Bounty Hunters first to 7 matches. If it is your first time here, this is a weekly show match event for Guilty Gear Strive, happening every Sunday and open to all skill levels and regions. And in addition to yours truly, we'll have 2 additional commentators from the Finnish FGC tonight, later showing up for the quotations Nago block. Will be Nagoriyuki's wife, Altini herself. But we'll be starting off the evening with Tibelius, who I think just hopped on, right?
Indeed, I am here.
We are gathered and ready to rock. Hello, hello.
Hello, it's been a while.
I think I need to boost you up just a little smidge. I'll monitor it as we go, no worries. But yeah, let's without further pleasantries, because we're kind of close to the go time here. I think we're bound to start in 5 minutes. Let's take a little bit of a gander at what we have in store for tonight. So, interestingly, a lot of the card is consisted of DLC matchups today, other than the double Nagos as well as our main event of the evening is going to be nothing but DLC characters, so that's going to be fun. Let's go from bottom to top, maybe. So at the quotations big boy or girl matchup of the evening, we got Easy Faust, one of the European Faust gods, maybe one of the 2 among Juxtaposer, as well as Easy. It doesn't really get much better in the EMEA region when it comes to Faust than this. Their opponent not gonna be too bad either. It's the man of many talents and many characters, AgguBaggu himself, showing up tonight. It's been a while since we've seen AgguBaggu Giovanna. I think, in fact, it's been, I think last time was something like at the start of 2002. But AgguBaggu definitely has had this character in the pocket as well for a while.
And that's gonna be an interesting matchup because Giovanna got some mad buffs.
Yeah, for sure. And some of those buffs haven't been necessarily displayed on screen that much, especially on Bounty Hunters. So the caliber of player that AgguBaggu is, I'm gonna be sure, like I can almost guarantee that we're gonna see some Season 3 Giovanna goodness with this one. Otherwise, we also have in the number 6 slot some intermediate gods, if you will, Whammel as well as Maria, 2 names that you see pretty much dominating the top echelon of intermediate tournaments at the moment. It's really nice that there's kind of like a little bit of a dichotomy between the top players, the normal brackets, and then we have a couple of intermediate weekly brackets rolling around. And I think Whammel was the latest champion of Novice Striver's intermediate bracket, if I'm not mistaken. And Maria has been really high up there, like for the duration of however long they've been running those. So this will be super hot action from those. For newcomers today, we've got Baby Driver rocking Nago on the matchup slot number 5, as well as let's see, Azormine, Nergalix, as well as the Annie. Making their comeback as well on Bounty Hunters, Kianator, a Finnish Jacko player. It's been a while since I've played versus Kianator. I think it was like previously in Install 2022 since I've had the pleasure of playing versus Kianator. I think it's been a while since Kianator has been on screen as well. So looking forward to that one as well. Maybe we should, you know, because it's so close and we have the players ready to go as well. Let's divert our attention to the number 1 matchup slot tonight, which is gonna be Wulfie, Lewis versus Nergalix, Testament. Now, I think this is, what is it? Is this the second or third time we've seen Wulfie on Lewis? Made their sort of transition from Leo to this character. Actually, make sure that I'm not talking shit about that. Pull out my cheat sheet and check Wulfie's stats. It's one, yeah, it's one match so far for Wulfie on Lewis. That was a very convincing as well, taking out Yeku Chip previously, a couple of events ago. It's been a month or so.
So this is actually an interesting matchup since statistically, if you put any value on the rating update side, this is the worst matchup in the game for Testament.
Yeah.
Literally the worst matchup in the game.
What?
Which is hilarious. Like,
wait, for
it's
Testament?
For the entire game, it's 13% for Testament.
Damn.
So it's literally the worst matchup in the game you can imagine. If you account for the rating update, so that there's a lot of mediocre player and a lot of god gamers who kind of twist the statistics a bit, but still.
It's really surprising considering I think this matchup on top level has been considered extremely difficult for Lewis. But I guess that's sort of like, it does tell something about something, but I think I'm not smart enough to go into a very deep analysis. But I would say it is quite difficult for Lewis because, you know, normal Crow, even without marks, is hard to deal with. It's hard to get past the fireballs, but perhaps the addition of Wild Assault, especially the white version, could...
It might be the Wild Assault, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the way how Testament's pressure is formed around doing large, reactable specials. And you can always just Wild Assault through them, I guess.
Yeah, it's like from my own experience playing this matchup as Testament as well, it's like the margin is kind of like you're playing at a range where Lewis can't quite get to you, but at the same time is like, you know, they would need to get a little bit closer to get anything done. But, you know, turning up that equation with White Assault could be very interesting. Now that that's mentioned, I'm so thrilled to see this, how it plays out.
Interesting to see if Nergalix can, you know, beat the odds, like playing this apparently worst matchup of the game with Pixie character, weak HP against Lewis's touch of death combos.
But it's definitely an interesting storyline. It's like we got two contradicting sort of statements of sorts. Let's see.
Oh!
Got the clash play on point, and now immediately we go into this.
Favors bursting, not saving for the white assaults, but okay. So here, that's a rare thing. So you can actually hit the Crow on a standing Lewis.
I think that's one of the, yeah, as we see here as well, one of the trickiest things for Lewis. It's like getting Stain on Lewis is like baby's play for Testament.
Here we go.
Oh, but then now we don't have the burst available anymore. It was literally get Nergalix in the corner, force them to burst, and then get them in the corner again and take the win.
Oh, classic round shot. Stripe dash. Stripe rush. Let's go.
Yeah, that can be really nasty if you haven't lapped the round start option against White Assault, if you don't know how to punish it. You're gonna be put into really tough spot right from the get-go, as shown here by Wulfie. Oh my goodness.
I guess also, like, in the sense that it's kind of like a rough matchup for Faust also, like playing against Goatlu, because your buttons are pretty slow, and you have to abare Goatlus at some point, because the pressure is infinite if you don't press a button. Like, Testament also has the same issue, I guess.
Yeah, and even though Testament does have, you know, the reversal super, it is one of the slowest in the game, and it's not the most consistent. Ooh, nice dodge there on the Wide Assault.
Yeah. So there's no Wide Assault, no burst.
I think this might be actually your victory condition as Season 3 Testament, making sure that... Oh, but wait!
Ooh, it burst. Oh no! Well, that's safe at least.
Bit of a touch, and that was actually a catch on the Wide Assault startup frames. Even though it does have invo frames quite a bit, it's not a true DP or anything. It's a very much like a pseudo reversal where...
Yeah, and we'll start at frame 9, so...
Yeah.
It's a bit slow.
9 is a lot, like 9 vulnerable frames. It's basically a far slash, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Far slash plus, because very few characters in this game have 9 frame far slashes. But while we're talking about that, Wulfie has a wall break. This is tough though, because now Nergalix can build a little bit of distance between the characters.
Oh no! Oh, they didn't have the security level up.
So Nergalix still in a
Stain into a kill. Oh no, the burst.
Oh, how are you gonna deal with this one?
Oh no!
Try to 6B. I think the idea was to try to stop Wulfie running forward, and if they catch, they could have potentially taken the round before the beam gets there.
Risky gambit for sure.
Yeah, I think overall there aren't two good options there when the beam comes online, so you take your best shot.
Yeah, usually you see people super jumping against the laser super, because you cannot do anything about as gold movement. You just get a DC on block usually.
Oh, it's gonna hurt. The Nergalix has some meter as well. This is a safe jump.
Yep. Although, I gotta say, not the best punish for them.
Ooh, a little too far with that Wide Assault.
Okay. H-Grave plus.
Oh, that was pretty good for Nergalix. Even if they got hit out of the backdash.
Oh, this time with the security level.
Sniped! I think, yeah, outside of the wild assault, the security level minigun is probably one of the few things that Testament will actually have to respect sometimes at full screen. Other than that, it's like nothing but dash blocking for Goatlu.
Yeah, it is pretty fast also with the security level.
It's like, granted, it's not the end of the world if you get hit by it, because the Goatlu doesn't get like the best Oki out of it, but it's still... Ooh, the up fireball here catches, and this should put Wulfie through the wall with Stain as well. This is a really nice situation for Testa. Safe jump. Really nothing you can do about this, especially with these resources.
And now they still have... Oh yeah. Overhead. Classic.
A couple of times Nergalix has got... Oh, wait, they got the backdash off, but didn't manage to escape the Wide Assault.
Yeah, the range is really good on the Wild Assault.
Now that I
Luckily, you don't really get anything from it, even on a counter hit.
Yeah, it's like my own character, Sin, I think is privileged here, maybe, because I can backdash Wide Assault round start, but maybe other characters can't.
I don't think most can.
So then the other outplay options would be the gold burst, to throw it on reaction, or neutral jump. The neutral jump is a little difficult as well sometimes.
Yeah, you can't really punish it if you jump over it. There's nothing else. Oh! Will it hit? No.
We'll have to respect the beat.
No panic.
Okay. Oh, good 6B there. Oh, the Wide Assault goes through! Now FD is pushing Wulfie away.
Nice shooting.
Damn. The FD at the end there make all the difference in the world, able to push Wulfie away to a distance where Wulfie basically had a choice of, am I gonna try to, you know, check Nergalix at this range with a long range Behemoth Typhoon, but if they block that, then my pressure is probably over. But they
Credit
decided...
to strong start. No wild assault to break the wall though. So starting with the neutral wall break.
Ooh, okay, I like it.
Space.
It's an interesting choice there between, am I gonna try to stain the opponent with this position, or am I gonna teleport and procure a better position?
Oh, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
The 5k was active already. And now, a bit of a bait there. Nergalix not ready to burst yet. Here's the burst though. Very aggressive teleport forward. Oh, where the crew going?
What the dog do?
Nice timing there. Taking a couple of backdashes, trying to check what Wulfie wants to do, and then instant air dash. And I think, I gotta say, Testament has one of the best instant air dashes plus button combinations in the world. But not world, the game.
Like the you go like 3 overheads from an instant air dash. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Not only do you have like good options for...
Oh no! It's so active and so involved.
Closing in, finds the hit! And...
This is not gonna kill, so... There's still fun. Oh! I dropped it. Okay, so it's... Now Nergalix's turn. Oh no! That's... Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good reach from Wulfie. Ready to teleport, tagged it, and then tried to read the burst as well, but didn't quite get the timing. Now in a tough spot, here comes the High Arbiter.
Yeah, a bit of a scramble, but gets the Arbiter. It's still reactable, but you gotta have the space of mind to actually try to react to it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, with slow overheads, like, you know, Kai Greedsever from the past is really good example. It's like, you usually get hit by it when you're trying to do something else.
A bit of a panicking, no HP left. Oh my god, anything's gonna kill me.
Right, momentum burst in the corner, get the stain. Good 6-speed, challenging the far slash is one of the sort of common counterplay options against Testament. When they want to reach you from really far range, it's like usually far slash or 6 heavy, which you can see.
Spot to wide on that sword. After a 6 heavy. Okay, not safe because Stain.
Yeah, Stain in fact makes it plus.
In the grinder. Oh, yep. Yeah, the counter on it.
So unfortunate for Gold Lewis. A lot of other characters can outdash the low Arbiter, but Gold Lewis is definitely not one of those characters.
Yeah, I feel the pain as a fast player. Just cannot outrun it. Okay, that's mine.
Ooh, perfect spacing. Got the knockdown.
That's mine.
An immediate resource for resource. Not taking any chances. Nergalix pushing Wulfie back into the corner.
Wulfie has super now, which I'm expecting. No? How about?
FRC for pressure. Ooh, yeah, tried to RPS with the 6B once again. It's a very common option. Was expecting Nergalix to unleash one of those high-profile pokes again. Would have worked against those, but you know, the hungry hippos.
That's one of the things that if you are doing something that you might expect to clash, like do an FD cancel, just dial it in.
Ooh, low behemoth actually ended up whiffing there.
Okay, positive bonus. Later. Yeah. Ooh, that's kind of cheeky.
It's actually interesting that I think positive bonus, like getting the gold burst positive bonus is much stronger when you already have some meter. So you can kind of like unleash the 50 meter already before, and then like force the opponent into a situation where you start building a lot with the positive bonus.
Yeah, if you get a combo, you gain so much meter.
Kind of like a hard knockdown wall break. Speaking of those, we're gonna have one.
I'm missing the wild assault wall break. No, you could have thrown that. With the slowdown. But oh, well, that's gonna be.
Is it gonna reach?
Fun.
No, just making sure as well. I think it was gonna whiff anyway, but Nergalix made it extremely sure that I am definitely gonna get this punish.
Again.
Clash on clash action. smartly, Wulfie is option selecting into the next part of the sequence. Good 6B, and now Nergalix doesn't have the burst yet. Has it now, but no meter to defend with.
That could have been really good. Block, but safe.
Yep, only -2. Gold burst.
Okay. Nothing much from that far, and I saw a wild assault coming there.
There we go, 6B against 6 heavy from Testament. Good RPS once again. You know, at that range, they want to swing one of those. It's either far slash or 6 heavy. You can't reach the opponent otherwise.
You sometimes see people doing like multiple graves, try to throw out the crow just randomly, but yeah, it's gonna be the button most of the time.
Of course, yeah, it would require you to do something extremely slow or not do anything at all, which, you know, you usually don't want to just do nothing in fighting games, especially when you're pressuring the opponent. And speaking of pressure,
the Stain, starter, nothing much Gold Lewis can do here.
Say jump, hits it. Oh, interesting, missed the restain there on the combo, was probably got like a hit they weren't necessarily expecting to get. Damn that. No neutral here, just white assault into pressure. The big win here, Nergalix breaks out.
Actually 6 speed to low profile, the Arbiter. Man, Goldu is so big in the air that Stain just kind of always hits.
Now, again, the hard knockdown. What we're gonna do this time? We have a lot of resources here on Gold Lewis.
Wulfie tanking Daisuke for the burst buff there.
That was like the most guaranteed pressure you're ever gonna get. Both the security drone and the beam.
Yeah. Oh!
But in the end, Nergalix has the burst, pushes Wulfie back into the mid-screen with that gold burst. And yeah, it's that's a kind of nail in the coffin, especially since Wulfie had basically no hit points to spare after that.
A strong start for the round. Gets the stay. No, jumps over. What?
It's so hard to jump over that crow as Gold Lewis. What is
you got a super jump and air dash maybe, but
yeah,
even still it can kind of like tag you.
It's kind of like what is just the most basic matchup kind of counterplay for other players. Gold Lewis just suffers to can't perform very well. Now Nergalix has everything here.
Whoa!
Slowdown combo.
Cheeky. Okay. Thrown out full screen stuff, it's gonna be enough! Yeah. Like, that's the most you can get from the Wild Assault, and it was barely enough.
That's kind of almost like a reaction as well, because you know that the Testament player is gonna be sending that crow. If you wait for the, you know, the crow animation at the perfect spacing, then the Wild Assault should go through most of the time.
Yeah, and after like the biggest buttons like 6H's, so on a range, Testament doesn't have anything that's a true block string. Also perfect, golden letters.
Right, 6B calls out, I think it was 5k from Wulfie. Within the wide assault this time. Ooh, that was a dangerous crow whip.
Crow just under the crow.
Ooh, tried it! But the spacing is very tight. Now contained in the corner here, it starts. Pressure. Ooh, but wait a second. Nergalix making a little bit of a mistake. Has to spend burst to restabilize.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cheeky. 2 overheads, then fake the third overhead, cancel it, and then into low instead.
Man.
You hate to see it happen. Hate to get it done to you, but you know.
Exactly. I can barely block the overhead as is.
A trick all this time. A little expensive, but you know, when you're hunting for that last hit, it definitely gets the job done. Stand hit. Oh, nice. Gets the conversion as well into Wild Assault, into Super.
Cool combo. Sustain starter from the wall break. Let's go.
Yeah.
Pressing buttons.
It's very easy all the time safe jump. There's just pretty much nothing you can do against that from Testament.
Nice idea from Wulfie, not going for a combo from the wide assault, just pushes Nergalix into the corner.
Ooh, and I think this was fully churned. Lots of that. Wait, no!
It did breach!
I think maybe because it was fully churned, it just was a little late there or something.
Rare occasion of it whipping.
Right, the stain.
That's yeah, tried to water us up first time. We got it up. Nice.
Wasn't it Wulfie didn't have the meter yet, or did they just miss the input? I'm not sure.
Shimmy, round start, make the 6p whip guaranteed.
As the pop gets to... Ooh, doesn't quite get to set up the shot perfectly. 6B, important one, got the stain off, but didn't get out as a result, and here we go into the most fucked up mix-up situation that you would have from Testament once again. Oh, this time, is he gonna reach?
Nah. Although, enough recovery in the Arbiter that this was safe.
Not too bad, I guess. Immediately.
No, I think that's good for a Wulfie.
Yeah, especially because it's a situation that's really hard to get out of. So I would probably spend 50 meter against Testament to just nullify the wall break stain situation altogether. As long as you don't get punished too badly as a result. Alright, but now Nergalix, it was 3-3. But now they've started to tighten it up. The spacings, the neutraling, everything has been working out. As soon as I say that, a little bit of blunder here. But recovering, and into this we go once again. It shouldn't be a kill. No, never mind, it is a kill. With the stain pop as well as the extra damage from the wall. And now we're actually at that set point.
It's so fast, it's so fast.
Wulfie once again in the mauling position. Nice RPS. Jump D goes over the poke.
Holding FD, that's always a good option against Gold Lewis. It will force Gold Lewis to make a BT that's not safe.
Yeah.
Or they will do a massive BT that you can always interrupt.
Yeah, we were talking about the pressure that never ends, but technically it's like you do have to spend quite a lot of meter for it, but eventually you can push Gold Lewis at a distance where they have to make something risky happen, like for example a dash. Gold Burst though!
Okay, here we go.
Wulfie's
So there's
time.
no security meter now, and I think, well, not
Oh no, and that's it! The Crow catches the backdash, and Nergalix has made a massive momentum swing from that 3-3 into 3-7.
That's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it goes like that.
It was like
So
the...
clearly the rating update, the 13% was wrong.
Yep. Solid proof. We have a sample size big enough to conclude here that Testament indeed does have some pretty nice tools against Gold Lewis, as Nergalix displayed here.
I guess it's if you don't go in as Testament, like Gold Lewis is one of his strongest parts is the 2P Arbiter into a dialable BT. That's always a good option. And if you don't go in as much, you kind of just leave Gold Lewis whiffing stuff and scrambling, jumping and staying hits, and yeah, it tends to be okay for Testament, I guess.
All right. I think we agreed to swap the number 3 and 2 games around. So instead of Amy's and Azormine's match, it would be Jen versus Annie next, if I am not mistaken. Ping Jen and Annie as well.
So another Testament, this time against a Bridget. I have really no idea how Bridget is doing this patch. I'm guessing they didn't really get much because their pressure is already strong, and I would imagine Wild Assault doesn't really give anything new for Bridget, except like wall breaks with the super like situation.
I was actually playing versus the quite strong Bridget yesterday, and they were using the blue assault, which Bridget has, for quite annoying setup strings on pressure, because when you guard break with that blue assault, you do get an opportunity and frame advantage to both summon the passive yo-yo as well as check them afterwards still. So you can kind of force your opponent into the kind of best pressure strings that you could ever want. So I think the Wild Assault addition does do decent things for Bridget, although it's probably nowhere close to Red Assault. I think generally people are considering the red version being like the superior between red and blue, and then the white does slightly different things, so it's not as comparable.
White Assault, it's mostly just annoying because the rewards are so small, and it has involves, but that's it. Blue, you can use blue to bully people a lot, but it's really situational to use in combos. So again, the rewards are usually kind of small. And orange combos from a far slash, which is insane. It's actually insane. 16 frame startup, so it just straight up combos. Blue will combo only on level 4 moves, so you gotta get a massive hit already into combo with blue. And I guess Bridget doesn't really do the biggest attacks that much, where you could actually combo from it. So yeah, I guess with setups, do it on block, throw a yo-yo.
Alrighty then. Two characters. I guess this, out of what I've played this matchup as Testament, it feels like a zoner versus zoner classic matchup. Bridget has the range with strikes, Testament has the fireball coverage. And you can play this quite passively, and it's kind of like a game of cat and mouse, or rather maybe the game of chicken, who commits first, and of course the first knockdown is gonna be big.
I would imagine Testament is stronger on range here, because applying Stain will win neutral, but actually getting the yo-yo out doesn't really change the dynamics a lot. It will give you a chance to go in, but Stain will basically guarantee it.
So the thing is, Stain is very easy to apply to Bridget, but to get the strike after that, that's the hard part.
Yeah, of course you have to compete with the range of Bridget's buttons and the movement. Yeah.
And because like your best zoning tools are the fireballs, which don't interact that much with the Stain, is kind of like, if you want to trigger it, you gotta take a chance. All right, speaking of the double,
Wild Assault yo-yo here. Seems to work. Oh, FT7.
A little too far there.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be it. Yep.
And with a fully charged 5D, it's gonna be Jin taking the initiative here on the second matchup of tonight.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
And just quick check with the 6P. Ooh, aggressive movement there. Jin forced to use the burst, or not. I tend to say forced, but I think especially Season 3, it is a massive sort of big choice. Am I gonna burst this and take the damage of the combo, or am I gonna consciously save this burst meter for Wild Assault when I next get my pressure going?
Yeah, burst is so expensive. I don't think it's barely ever worth bursting unless it's gonna save you the entire match, like on the last round. But even like if you're on the first round, I don't think bursting is worth it.
Yeah, it really depends on kind of the dynamics of the match, but especially in a matchup like this, where neither character really deals a huge amount of damage, or you just would not want to be in their pressure ever. That's kind of not true, so you can afford to be on the defense much more and just take the pressure, take the combos. Ooh, good check there. 2S catches Kickstart My Heart, which is technically, even though it is very fast, it comes with hurt boxes forward, so it's quite easy to counter poke if you have something active.
The Asuka special, just super after wall break, nothing you can do.
And then with an added benefit where I think the Asuka Orb is just massive and blocks a lot of space, the Killing Machine actually homes in on the opponent, so you can use it from really screwed up angles.
Okay, 1-1, both on the board.
No free status has been acquired for both players. In fact, speaking more of the Killing Machine, the Roger Super, is like, if you are very vigilant and are watching what is happening, you can cover yourself in a lot of like very surprising situations, such as like you're perhaps missing a jump in, and then you're just, all right, let me let you not do anything about it and just, you know, take this super.
It's kind of like one of those supers that you just steal your turn.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Ooh, faked with the overhead.
I think that was a misinput with the dust.
Yeah, it looked kind of weird there. Up
It was
fireball.
a bit too far.
Gonna restain, trigger it. Even Bridget, to some extent, has to, you know, respect this pressure, because after those stain pops and after a lot of stuff that Testament does to you on pressure, it's gonna be quite plus.
Yeah, there's not much you can do at that point. You just gotta messy guessy. There's not like you cannot do anything that's safe or OS. You just gotta guess.
Yeah.
The only thing you can kind of react to is the H grave that goes upward. If the second one doesn't hit you, it will be minus. But
Right.
it's hard to catch that.
Ooh, wait here on the wire seat. Jin has the means. Yep, take the hard knockdown, even without 50 meter.
Oh no! The FD ruined it. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah. So I guess the crow is considered just one projectile HP.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, what a snipe! I thought that Air Grave Reaper was gonna win there. But alas, Jin did press a button, and pretty much any version of Grave Reaper is gonna usually extend your hurt boxes at the startup. So that was what Jin thought there.
Cool.
I have 50
So
health done.
no burst meter now for James. Has to rely on the good old mechanics.
Very nice, the instant air dash. No matter what character you are, even if you are a zoning character of sorts, the instant air dash is always the most classic fighting game response to a fireball. Ooh, block the FG! Alright, Annie, doing stuff. Plus frames. And with the last hit point, Annie gonna be really
Another super.
Ah.
Pressing button.
Kind of like what you were talking about earlier there. Jin sort of dashed forward. If Annie threw the grounded fireball, that approach would have been thwarted. But because they were reading the upwards fireball and were able to kind of react to it as a whiff punish, got a lot out of predicting the up fireball there from Annie.
Yeah, because the entire like Testament pressure is based on it. Like that will be the way you reset. Unless you have stain and you just run in, and that's the dash will be the reason.
And one of the most important thing to understand. Okay, oh, this is gonna whiff though. Just
Oh
me.
no! I'm so scared that the 2H was gonna counter it.
Very nice, avoiding the crow and the stain, and now forcing Annie into taking this mid-chop. Speaking of mix-up, the Kickstart RC, not as good as it was in Season 2. You could get some really nasty setups out of that RC in Season 2, but now you get like, you still get a mix-up, but it's much fewer layers. It's kind of like it's just a simple jump D versus empty low as far as I've understood.
And most likely possible.
Still not too bad, I guess. Ooh, good read there from Annie. Sends the up crow and makes Jin jump into it. And now with the pressure, what's your move gonna be? DP into DP, clashed with the 2S there.
I love it. I wonder if that was intentional.
I'm sort of destined to think that when anybody does like DP and it clashes and goes into another DP, it's just because they, you know, tap the input a couple of extra times. Ooh, 6B barely whiffs there. Very even life situation. Ooh, big, yeah, that was a big counter hit. That would have spelled the doom for Jin.
Oh no! Slow reversal super, but it will be fast enough against the spin.
Yeah. Alright, Annie evening it up once again, 2-2. Oh, that was a big one.
Although still, like, will that be that much at around start?
I think the up fireball should confirm and get you like a full juggle, so it's technically gonna be. I mean, you'd
get like 50% or so.
Yeah, it should be a big combo, but you're probably not gonna build into. Well, you have Wild Assault, so you can get the wall break.
Yeah, of course. Oh, classic BRC after a neutral wall break.
Up with the fireball and the stain. Ooh!
Oh no! Extended hurt boxes.
It looked like that was gonna whiff, but perfect play there for the Annie. But now the far slash, the mid-range definitely favors Bridget. Whenever you we're
the range. That had to be max range.
All right, with the positive bonus that we got from the gold burst, Jin trying to deny. I think I like this burst quite a bit. Trying to deny the gold burst benefit of the of Annie's. Yeah, and Jin managed to actually keep Annie in the corner due to that flu burst. I think situationally there still, like, even though in vacuum you want to save as much meter as you can for wild assaults, there are still situational places where you might want to just prioritize normal bursting over the wild assault.
One of those things that when you don't have the wild assault meter and they do, like they have 50 meter burst meter, it feels so weak to get something out, like a combo, because you know that if they hit you, they will destroy you.
Yeah, these are like the questions that are the most engaging for me in Season 3. Like the resource... I think I love resource management in fighting games the most, but hold that thought, we got a big counter hit here.
Oh, well, they will get... No. they got nothing.
And got there just in time before the crow! Again, the instant air dash. Because you are playing a fireball character, those instant air dashes are gonna be good here and there. And Jin has been finding very nice opportunities to use that and get value out of that so far.
And of course, Bridget has really good instant air dash buttons, like good reach. You can press them early, you don't have to time anything really.
6B. Now in the basic pressure, got the bluff out there. So usually with
nice yo-yo.
With the yo-yo, if you can bluff during your pressure and get the passive yo-yo out without your opponent reacting, you get quite a bit of extra value out of it.
Okay, super. Didn't have the wild assault meter to use, so had to go with the super to maintain pressure.
Ooh, got the landing frames, but not able to hold Annie in place there.
I've seen Annie jumping a lot from the corner out. Just jump air dash. I guess Jane is going a bit too close, so they don't have the space to, for example, air throw this.
Neutral trade and the instant air dash once again. With a perfect delay there.
Might be really big for Annie.
The war of the DLC 2 case. Ooh, counter hit into Stain, and this time Jin didn't extend themselves into the Arbiter sign box. Ooh, that was a critical drop there! And now Annie in the corner instead. YRC, please get me out of here.
Again? Yeah. I was expecting for the jump air dash.
100 meter ready to be unleashed. This pressure string theoretically Yeah.
Oh, goes for the low! First time of the set. Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Like sent Jin half screen, but then kickstart my heart with forward steering, just getting back in there immediately.
Feels like sin.
Yeah, it's kind of like anything that moves forward or tends to have like forward momentum kind of tends to negate a lot of the pushback effect of deflect shield.
Yeah, it doesn't feel nice to use because a lot of characters do have those forward momentum specials.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lot of players have been saying that it's not a tool that you can just do. It's a tool that you have to predict a specific option from your opponent.
Yeah.
Such as like I know you're
one
gonna go.
specific cancel from a big button. Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
do it. It will win.
So it kind of requires you to know your opponent's character a little. It's one of those tools. Ooh, slow down for
What?
Ace.
Oh!
Damn.
And it has so many counter hit recovery frames.
Ooh, 2S whiffs. With the F-Shiki once again. I think without meter, it's not gonna usually convert into much.
I think you should be able to do the delayed yo-yo into a combo from it.
Aggressive teleport to S2 heavy, no follow-up, but still gets the restain. And Jin gets rid
The
of it.
yo-yo out
instantly.
is so great because it deletes stain.
Yeah, it's I forgot which button it is, but the aggressive version of the yo-yo is really great at, you know, just finding a small hit. It like alone the yo-yo doesn't lead into much, and if you use the aggressive version, you're not gonna get any value out of it from returning. But it's a great tool, like you said, for just tapping Testament and getting rid of that annoying stain factor. And now we're mixing again into low, good blocks.
And he's sweating here on a match point.
Ooh.
But get big one. And no burst, saving the burst. Confident about themselves, Jane, with the full meter now. And there we go. How will that combo?
Once again, I think that's jump slash, one of the greatest button for Bridget. And Bridget is one of those great characters who get a lot of value out of their
Oh no!
characters. Oh no, that's a punish! Actual punish on Gold Burst because it was so high up in the sky.
Rare occasion. The gold burst is not full screen, right? It's the same area.
Yeah, it's an old burst. You gotta have blue to have the global one. Oh my, teleporting straight into the yo-yo twirl. Jin scoring a happy little accident there, maybe not planned for, but we'll happily take it. Now Jin is starting to build a little bit of momentum here, going 5 versus 2 after that 2-2 situation that we had earlier. Staying in the plus frames, finds the overhead.
The overhead arbiter combos are normal nowadays, right? If you're really close.
I'm actually
Or is it only on counter hit?
I'm actually not sure. I
They
think
just changed it.
on Stain you should get stuff.
I guess it was that if you get a counter hit overhead, it will combo if you're close enough. Because it will launch nowadays.
Yeah, I think mostly the change will change just like if you get a full screen hit, it will give you a better frame advantage. But I gotta say I'm not quite sure. I haven't played Testament that much in season 3.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Alright, bar slash working as an anti-air with its massive far-reaching box and disjoint. And speaking of, triggering a Stain into restain. No hard knockdown though, unfortunately. Without breaking the, like, the super wall break is very important for Testament because you not only want the hard knockdown but also the Stain. If you get the hard knockdown without the Stain, you're missing a little bit of your value.
Oh! That had to be on reaction. Or it was a YRC attempt. Oh, that's really unlucky for Jim.
Duel
Alright, this is gonna be an important match here. Both players starting with barely any burst whatsoever. Frame trap into 2 heavy. This is gonna... Uh-oh. Critical drop. Check on the landing, but Annie has the right... Oh, straight into the fire slash.
But it's not... Like, Bridget deals so little damage, even with the Wild Assault existing. Although they didn't have meter for it now.
Yeah, she really is one of those characters. Kind of like Ino. He's like your set play flows, but it's not very damaging.
Whoa, again with the shield.
Good check there. But unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough just to check Bridget out of that. Tumbled Jin back into the neutral, but you are still back against the corner, so one of those situations like that occur over and over in Strive. When you get that abare, you gotta convert into something out of it, or at least, you know, grasp your momentum.
Against characters that deal with the neutral or the pressure so far away, it can be challenging to actually confirm a random hit into something that actually does something.
Good catch there. Wall breaks
Really
a little bit too soon.
Oh, and there we go.
Damn, the classic. Give them the hand. One of the farthest reaching 6Ps in the game. Also, like, depending on what features. Oh, F-Siki.
Almost got it.
A little bit too close, and he gets the throw. And gets to reset this situation, staying in the corner. There we go with the aggressive yo-yo. Just quick tag on Testament, gets rid of the...
Woo! Backdash in the arbiter. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh my!
That's it, that's right, yeah.
Ooh, the yo-yo was already on his way out. Deflect shield actually does something here, but... Oh my god, and he can't afford to trade anymore.
Oh, with the OTG!
Clutch! Look at that, her health bar. Basically nothing left there. Annie still proving that she is alive and well and willing to fight for this set still.
Ah, a bit of a panic burst there.
Alright, what's
On
it
a
gotta be?
massive resource.
Good block on the
So
FCG
much
again.
fucking...
I think since Jin has been playing that so many times, Annie probably picking up on it and, you know, standing up to block those multi-overheads. Right. Combos working up. We got the setup, twirling in, into a throw. Oh, and again. OTG? No OTG! But despite, you know, despite missing that, Jin's still gonna have such a massive life advantage. It was almost a nail on the coffin, so to speak. Once again, Annie trying to get the side switch here, but Jin always very active checking on the air dash over landing frames. Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay, we're going with the slumps here. I kind of like this since Annie was already like pretty high on burst, so letting them slump is not gonna give them anything extra.
This is also set point for Jane, so must be really feeling themselves here.
Oh, is this gonna be it? No, recovers really fast. Anything. Even the aggressive yo-yo. We have the FD. And he does so. Oh, and there it is, of course.
Fishing for the yo-yo.
I think if I'm Jin here, I will play exactly like this. I know the opponent has no hit points left. I'm just gonna keep throwing the yo-yo until it hits.
Yeah.
And if they
even one hit would
yeah,
really use their set, so why not? Yeah.
and it's like even if you get stained, so what? The yo-yo will still come back and threaten them with a hit. So is at that point it's like you kind of have to play some sort of an instant air dash or jump RPS to be able to clutch the round. And if Jin is waiting for it, welp. But hey, that's your reward for getting to that massive life advantages situation. Alrighty. I imagine we're gonna play the number 2 matchup then next. Let me double check with Amy and Azormine.
So I guess we have one of the players already in the lobby.
A continuation of the previous characters. We got another Bridget coming in this time, and it's gonna be against no other than my boy Sin Kisk. Interesting matchup. Is certainly a little annoying for Sin, because you are that far-range character who would love to use their S buttons and Big Driver, but Bridget is pretty decent at denying that. However, one move that I implore you to pay attention to from Azormine is the use of Elk Hunt. Those low-profile frames are actually pretty great if you can predict when Bridget tries to set the yo-yo. It's pretty much always gonna punish the yo-yos that just has too much recovery. So I would say the Elk Hunt is gonna be the tool that generally makes or breaks the neutral interactions.
Yeah, of course, functions as the good old Elk Hunt and Scum Dipper, you know, low profiles, everything usually.
Mm-hmm.
Except like, well, I don't think Bridget usually wants to throw out 2S as much in the neutral. It's situational, of course, but far slash 5H is always the go-to because you get the high attack level button there. But 2S, why not? I guess that's something you gotta do more in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like one of those things where if you don't have to use it, you don't use it. But in matchups like this, you just gotta use it. So you probably end up using it as your kind of like your primary poke. All right, we're setting the pace of this match. We're going in really deep. DP from the round start. But why not? You have the best DP in the game. Reaches far, gets your pressure started. Sin eating really well in this patch.
Boonga boonga.
Oh, with the deep the backdash shimmy. Didn't get the punish, but you know, already in a situation where you have a massive life lead. Right, into the massive plus frames we go. Keeping it. Oh, I love that. The canceling the Wild Assault into 5p whiff is actually +3. So you can force your opponent to twitch react, try to mash or try to throw, and you still can catch them with the close slash afterwards.
Yeah, getting all the mix-ups in also.
Amy's ready to rock it as well. Alright, knockdown.
Did it go in? Interestingly.
So much meter for both players. There's the big driver. Confirm into. Yeah, Amy has to go for the burst to avoid dying, basically. Ooh,
Azor has enough resources to do a infinite block string, basically.
I think when it comes to infinite block strings, Season 3, it probably doesn't get much better than Sin Kisk. And the reason being...
Amy's name is broken on the overlay.
Oh, let's... Right, that does happen. Let's omit Wild Tide tag and see... Yeah, there we go.
Oh, big counter hits into a burst, so now Azor really down on resources. I think Sims really enjoy the Wild Assault this patch because they will. It kind of keeps them infinite block strings.
Yeah,
especially they have 3 bars of resources, as you said one day.
Yeah, that's like pretty much the most important feature. Whenever you spend 1 resource, you recover the other 2. So Sin basically has infinite resources during his pressure in positive bonus.
Beautiful combo, by the way. Gets the kill from that.
There's the Cloud Start DP again.
Oh! Baits the burst, the hardest burst rule.
Right, well.
Oh no, self-crossing. This is kind of scary for Azor.
Good presence of mind from Amy. Saw that Elk Hunt coming in and backdashed out of it. Had to take the wall break without the use of without getting the heart knockdown. Good check there.
The rare case of actually checks working against Sin.
It's a little dangerous if Sin plays the big Driver 2 there as a frame trap. It can go into a massive 200 damage frame trap, but you know, a lot of Sin players do love using that Gazelle step to catch you sleeping.
Yeah, doing the Elk follow-up into Gazelle, of course, plus enough so you can do whatever.
Yeah, it's like +8 normally, and out of the Gazelle +6, so yeah, you're not gonna do much for that close slash that follows afterwards. A 1-1. Let me fix that. I've been sleeping.
Oh, Elk, low profiles. Into DP, doesn't get anything really from DP. Even with meter, best case you can get a tiny combo into a wall break. I guess positive bonus, worth it.
Yeah, that's kind of the differentiating factor with the normal DPs and the best DPs in the game. While Bridget doesn't get the pressure going, hitting a DP for Sin, basically spending 1 stamina gets you into your close lance distance.
Oh, that's gonna kill. No!
Oh my god, we're still RPSing out of it. Immediately goes into the reversal DP. Damn.
When you know, you know.
Yo-Yo is online. You can see Amy trying to fish with that 2S. Trying to invite Azormine into elk hunting in. There we go. Finds the mark. Immediate burst from Azormine.
Oh no, it's such a bad timing for the beat there.
It can work like this as well. If you unleash the 2S, the elk hunt can be a whiff punish to it from half screen as well.
Okay, spend all the resources, get me out.
Ooh, good backdash. Trying it again. This time with a slightly more aggressive option. Finds the jump D. It's probably caught. I wonder.
I think that was 60 I
But if you do those set plays properly, it's I think a lot of the times you're not gonna have time to 6B.
Nah, you can't really do that against Bridget. Unless they do something specific.
Oh, here's the DP.
It looked like Amy was basing it.
Ooh, DP's back and forth. Ooh, there's the elk hunt. That's like I said. It's against the yo-yo, the best tool. One hit elk. There we go. Into the most optimal conversion. Oh,
Why
no,
is the damage so big for Sin?
Now it's Amy's time to mix. Good blocks
That's
here.
It's a critical difference for Sin and Bridget that Bridget's pressure will end, unlike Sin. And Bridget really doesn't follow you into the corner when they do a block string. Like they will push you into the corner, but usually Bridget will just stay there unless they have meter to do the scooter into RC. Then they can close the gap.
Oh my
Sin will
god.
follow you into the corner, which is really scary. Like this.
Azormine just unhinged. Just so willing to hit DPs from these, you know, high-risk angles. Oh, speaking of high risk,
But
Amy.
there again, like far slash counter hit, it's not that much.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Is one of the reasons, like you might think that, all right, I'm playing against somebody who's just fucking doing it without thinking, but the decision making here for Azormine probably is, I'm gonna watch how much damage you deliver to me, or out of with DP. If it's not much, then I don't give a shit.
Like in that range, of course, there's the option that Amy might, for some reason, dash forward and then close slash. Like that's gonna be massive. But you can still do it a couple times.
Yes, it's especially a lot of these DPs from Azormine have come from really far distance, and that's gonna.
Could have been the biggest starter for Amy there. 2H, counter hit, close by.
Where's he? Get off me. Now we need to improve our position. The big driver catches. Oh, and this is how you punish DPs. Oh,
Oh no! Azor in trouble now.
I was about to say check the biggest DP punish in the world, but dropping it though. Ooh, that was a really tricky movement. To the other side. Now, even though Amy does have the life disadvantage, oh, the RC completely nullifies Deflect Shield. That's one other thing that completely is the nemesis of Deflect Shield. Caught the DP there with that throw. Amy with the good reads. That was a really nice sequence from Amy. Evening it out 2-2. Yeah, this is kind of like when you meet somebody who's unhinged on a character that just has really good rewards out of those unhinged decisions. You gotta keep it really tight. You gotta gotta have the precision, exactly like Amy had that round. 2B2B, no conversion. Caught from the back dash, and now we are baiting the burst.
Well, yeah, I was saying that looks kind of small of a punish in DP. Still got the run though.
I think it's like Sin, what comes to Sin damage, I think Sin really isn't in the class along with like the likes of Nagoriyuki. Sin is more like Leo in the way that like he flows really well and then just has decent good-ish damage. So like a lot of the combos are gonna go into like 40% or 30% damage, usually like 40 if you have 50 meter. But the thing is, Sin gets that 40% very reliably. That's the thing, I think.
Yeah, it's the classic 2 buttons into a super to break the wall, and then yeah, 30-40% already.
Right, Amy has to be
no
very
RC.
careful.
They got the meters RC there on the throw, but I don't think they realized it.
Ooh, again. The tool of the trade is Elk Hunt. So much reach and so good options for following it up as well.
Can just 5p. Nothing special. 5p.
Looking for the whiff punish. Command grab. I think first of the set. But just immediately into the Elk Hunt. As soon as Amy forgets about the low ground, it's when the Elk Hunt start coming in. Nice air dash.
Yep. I like the use of wire C instead of burst.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. I think I will definitely value Wire C much more this patch when you have so many other good things for using your burst on.
You don't really need the meter or tension for combos anymore, because Wild Assault kind of does it for you. And then you can use the tension for extra damage when you don't have Wild Assault available.
Yeah, especially for Sin, when you do have another option as well, you could, out of most of your conversions, you could use stamina or you could use meter. So you can kind of gauge which one you have, you know, more dire need of. Ooh, good DP. Back into the corner. But again, Azormine ready to strike back. And I think it's the threat of the DP that's kind of making Amy very cautious on her own offense, which has allowed Azormine to do very aggressive things like just wake up with Elk Hunt.
Oh no, that's gonna be kill. Yeah. Again, Wild Assault getting the combo to wall break.
Wild Assault really the mechanic that makes Season 3. Ooh, what a clash. Nice, there's the 2S. Yep. It's the Elk versus 2S, the button interaction that makes or breaks this matchup.
Clean round so far from Amy.
Ooh, nice check there. Is that a jump P that Amy was using?
I guess it hits so low that it tags Elk.
Yeah, it is like... Especially Bridget, I see. Oh, there it is again! Perfect timing. Amy.
Golden letters.
The 2S. The Elk Hunt. What happens when... Oh! What happens when rounds start TP?
Oh,
A glimpse of Radoon, perhaps. Speaking of Radoon, I just think, like, I've been talking about some comparisons between Sin and Leo. I just think Sin and Leo this match are very similar characters now in the way that their game plan flows and how their rewards kind of flow. Ooh, there we go.
Infinitely sticky also.
Yeah.
Oh no, drop the combo! Amy, come on. Yeah. You hate to see it when someone drops the combo with a millimeter of HP left and then possibly loses the round.
So the flip side of things, when Amy does like go closer to Azormine for pressure and manages to bait the DP, that's when you get those close slash punishes.
Yeah.
Which are gonna hit much more than perhaps the far slashes. Right?
Yeah. Almost, but now a really strong start.
Oh, with the tricks. And a perfect time to bring in tricks that the opponent perhaps has never seen before at the end of the round. +6. Find the close slash. Yeah, it's a tough spot. Close slash on the landing frames. DP, there we go with the punish. And Amy has the corner-to-corner carry as well, as I think the most damage you can draw out of that without using meter.
Yeah, didn't have meter, didn't have wild assault.
Oh, the meaty overhead. Hoop stomp, the classic. 60 works out. Very low on stamina. Ooh, jumpy once again.
That would have been so beautiful.
I love that jumpy, kind of preventing Azormine from pressing anything. And the last mix-up potentially. Is it high? Is it low? Blocks high. Ah, but we get there with the kickstart.
Just did it block low, yeah.
And Bridget is that character who, whenever she has 50 meter, the kickstart RC threat is very potent. Is like, you could use it to skip neutral, you could use it to scoot back into your pressure. It does a lot of good stuff.
But it's one of those things you have to spend 50 meters to possibly get a situation or mix up. Compared to like Sin where you just do an L and well, that's it already.
Yeah, spend 2 calories, you're in.
Yeah.
Alright, Wild Assault is not gonna get the wall break, surprising. Would have probably been the next hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, dirty PRC hit there, but because of the previous combo's wall damage, it was enough to get the stick there. Little trade, the yo-yo getting a straight hit on the way in. And again.
And the range is so good.
Ooh. Cut. Amy sleeping on the wheel. Both players still trying to find their footing here. Ooh, air backdash. I wonder if it was a misinput from Azormine. Oh, he's gonna whip punish.
It's the turn.
Backdash, yeah. Sin backdash is a little more dangerous than average ones, because Sin has the kind of the big body style of backdash. So 24 frames full duration.
Yeah.
And what is it, 6 frames of inbus. So especially in the corner where you can't like take advantage of the massive distance that the backdash moves you, is a little more dangerous than maybe some other backdashes in the game. Ooh, we just whirling.
Spin.
They see me rolling. Ooh, gets a pick
No,
up.
Amy clearly expected that to work. Pressure.
Very patient from Azormine, considering how I was about to say how willing Azormine has been
slash
to unleash those. Azormine still has a very decent sort of distribution between the patient options, just holding FD, and the aggressive options. But we're going with the aggressive one this time. Amy baits it. A little bit of damage, keeping the target in the corner. Ooh, that's definitely something that you can do as well, because the L-Cunt is not gonna catch a twirling Pridget in the air most of the time.
Kara Super for the and oh, they could Kara Super again there. Something also that you can do as Bridget is Kara the scooter follow up into Super for easy wall break.
Speaking of the scooter, breaks into massive hitbox there, scoring the last hit for Amy, and once again taking the taking the 1 game lead. Not by much, but you know.
Is this neutral? Oh, that's neutral.
Yeah, it's not just the elk either. Is like Sin does have the classic beak driver for sort of checking Bridget out of certain pokes, or especially the the passive yo-yo sets as well. Watch the overhead, stamina to hit confirm. Ooh, dangerous trade for Amy. Can't afford to make a single mistake anymore. RC high or low?
Scared of the DP now, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're scared of the DP, the throw options. I wonder, I think I saw the first frame of Close Slash there, so finally Azormine guessing right on the Oki option. Immediate burst. Ooh, okay, speaking of good guesses on the Oki options. Ah, that's gonna hurt! Into Heart Bait. Amy, instead of the burst, choosing to use the deflect shield.
Actually, it was okay there.
Yeah, the close slash, or sorry, the jump slash for Bridget goes active a little bit faster than the jump heavy from Sin.
2-8, that's the biggest you can get, but accidentally.
A little unfortunate that, ended up side swapping there, but no, we're okay.
I guess you can also do 2H as a hard read against Elk, because it hits up to the ground also.
Yeah. Is it too heavy counter hit better starter for her?
Yeah, it's the best starter you can get.
Of course, it's just a tap more with punishable. Oh, there we go with the bait.
Oh
Missed.
no! I'll be a bit too close, yeah. But
And the far slash is enough here, yeah.
beautiful, beautiful.
I love the play from Amy. Even right after missing the combo, she was just ready to transition into the next best thing as soon as we drop the combo. So going into the command grab. Right, spacing where the break should be fairly safe for Amy.
Yeah, Amy hasn't really done a lot of those gimmick stuff. Well, I can't say really gimmicks, but those other a bit more odd specials like the command grab and the dive.
I do enjoy myself, playstyle just that kind of relies on the fundies, so to speak.
Yeah.
Tricks are for kids.
So set points for Amy now.
Once again, a set that was quite even up until the. Oh, wait a second. That was probably a miss input there.
Or a massive read.
Either case, I guess it's not gonna end up mattering too much because we are scoring a positive bonus here, so as well as a hard
Zero
knockdown.
resources though. It's not the best you can have.
Oh, the double read!
This is
Amy
Azor
definitely.
has to be sweating.
We have our nerd glasses on. What's it gonna be? It's the command grab! And that's an option that Amy definitely has not shown yet.
Yeah, I guess there was one command grab in the entire set before that one. Same with the dive also. When Amy did it hit. Same with the grab. Like, if you don't use the gimmicks a lot, they will surprise your opponent.
I love how you can unleash that command grab from an aerial position where it kind of changes its function. Is like, it kind of looks like whatever button you would, gatling into naturally. But if the opponent respects it, they are gonna get thrown before they know what's going on. And
Yeah,
Amy.
yeah, it's one of those things you will never expect it. Like, you have to know character really well to expect it from the air. Like, no one grabs you from the air.
Yeah. And then, of course, read it.
Yeah.
Is the read is probably the hardest one.
Usually, if someone tries to do like empty jump throw, you also just throw them because you will grab the landing frames. But I guess you can also grab the landing frames on the command grab, right? Because it's grabbable on the ground at least.
Yeah, I think Rock the Baby is kind of like Leo's command grab, where it's not throw invu for whatever reason. Alrighty then. Next up, Kianator versus Timm. I think speaking of Wild Tide, I think I see Kianator more active on the Wild Tide community rather than some other affiliated communities such as the Finnish FGC. So technically, I guess another representative of the Wild Tide.
Yeah, not really known at all in the Finnish community, mainly because they are not in the Discord at all, I think. So
I think Kianator is in the Discord, but just
lurker nickname, like you cannot find them.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure if Kianator does speak Finnish. I've never seen Kianator speak English before. So it could be like one of those players who just, you know, live in Finland but don't necessarily kind of like the same situation as with the come on QK Happy Chaos player Decapact. That's the one.
Yeah, Timm playing Johnny. Haven't really seen a lot of Johnny. I haven't played against Johnny's barely at all so far, so I'm kind of out of my league on commentating on this one. But I do know Jacko. But yeah, Johnny, what does Johnny do?
Johnny, it's interesting. I think the most played character for me is Johnny this patch.
Yeah.
So Johnny, this matchup is interesting because Johnny probably doesn't get to do a lot of the stuff that he would normally do. Jacko forces you to play a little different. Johnny usually enjoys the reach advantage. The character even is dubbed sort of like a zoner character by Arxis, which I think, well, I'm not gonna say if it's, you know, close to the truth or not, but definitely a long range character capabilities on this one. But
I guess from what I've played against Johnny, they do seem more of a zoner in this, because they don't need the exert style coin levels into the Mistfinder to do the zoning. You can just do it. It's not as super effective as in Exard, the older game, but it's still, I think it's really strong stuff.
It's like Mistfinder is really interesting. It's like, due to how the game sort of plays out, a single Mistfinder hit can be pretty big, allowing you to deal into the hard knockdown, and once you deal a card, blocking a Mistfinder is disastrous. That basically gets you know, Johnny's mix-up game started.
Yeah, I think Johnny might have the best jailing in the game at the moment, because their pressure is not something you can actually escape easily at all. Like, you're just stuck.
Yeah, is make doubly hard because, you know, guard break is a mechanic, eliminates your button buffer, so it's kind of hard to guess when you need to
Might
guess.
not wall break actually.
Very close.
Yeah.
Not quite. Alright, Timm probably knows what it entails when... Oh! Bit of a miss there. Nice patient
Big
back.
starter. Drops the combo.
And this is it. So Mistfinder is not generally gonna reach from this range when Jacko gets the sort of the shop open.
Oh no! They actually, you can now, I think you might have always been able to combo, but if you get the 5H, the spin kick from Jacko countered it, you can combo it into a massive combo, just run in 2k 6H.
massive. Oh, wait a second, the PRC as a sees the whiff punish. But bouncing out of the corner, 6k, we have dealt. Slices it. But once the I think once the card is sort of gone, Johnny probably loses the big scariness factor. Oh no, misses the wall break. No worries. 5 heavy, taking care of it. Working as a makeshift anti-air, putting Kianator on point, or on board rather, with 1 point. And this is gonna be sort of the crux of the matchup. How and what are we gonna press as Johnny against those incoming minions? Oh, the Wild Assault is countered by the 2D, the old classic from Jacko.
Yeah, no inputs in those ones.
It's like
So opting to go for the damage instead of Wild Assault wall break.
this makes sense. It is the if we talk about like greedy options, it's certainly like saving your burst is always the greediest possible option. Oh my god, that was a lot of respect.
Slowest throw.
Maybe looking for the reversal super or the burst first.
Yeah.
It's a really nice sequence. If I want to bait a DP or a burst, I will probably like approach like that and then transition into a throw.
Into a kill, no RC.
Yep, take this. Oh,
And
got the reversal out.
Yeah, that's good. No, it's not a kill! And they did RC!
No! It was a guess for everything. And Timm.
Kianator had meter to RC the super though. Man, hate to see it. Running into the corner, kind of risky. Okay, gets out. Now Felon in the corner.
A lot of options here. Choosing to drift forward and calls out the deflect shield during that.
Yeah, you don't have to get the biggest punish to it, but making sure you don't let them recover from the shield. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this setup. Yeah.
Oh! Is that a lot of damage if you combo into it?
It is a really big chunk of damage. It's not massive, as massive, but it's a guard break on block.
Oh, I
So-
see. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen anybody use a detonation setup on me before. I mean, people have tried, but it's like usually it needs to be so specific.
Yeah, it's because now in this patch, the cheer super will instantly regen your minion bar into 100. Fill it up, and the explosion will deplete it. But you can do it during the explosion saga.
Oh,
So
right.
you get no downsides of the explosion. with
Right,
that
that was the problem why people have generally are not using it too much.
Yeah, you just lost all your minions and resources and kind of whatever.
Oh, great air-to-air conversion, and Timm actually confirms that into a kill. Not too bad. First blood drawn by both players. Approaching
Longer
the
round also, like, it's not as explosive as I would have expected from Johnny.
timing on the burst. That always feels the worst when you commit to the Wild Assault and then the opponent just burst at the perfect timing, so you lost 50. Here we go once again. Oh, into a launch! Wait, is this going into the right direction?
Oh, it didn't.
A little bit too
I
much
guess it's
momentum
not like Exile Super, where it's auto-corrected.
there. Yeah.
The classic one.
I really wanted to see that max damage out of the raw explosion. Ah, caught them out of the wild assault. And now Timm, yeah, the most classic drift forward PRC. You see the opponent press something, well, their frames are so slow that they're probably not gonna get it out before you. Clean 2D, got the knockdown, and it's where it starts, closer towards to the corner. Oh, deflect against the incoming projectile. RC, keep it going.
Running out of resources. Okay.
Oh, tried to deal there. But now you're against a massive situation. Is this gonna be enough?
Might kill. Should kill.
I think not gonna kill is my guess. Yeah. Season 3, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, how have the mighty damage supers fallen? Used to be one of the few ways to score like really easy, quick, massive damage for Jacko, but not so much anymore. Steal into. Yep, still have to take this turn up. Completely baited, and now
Don't get hit by the... Yeah, it's so easy to get hit by the explosion yourself.
that's very peculiar. So wait, Kianator said the minions explode on different timers?
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
I'm learning so much from this match here already. Lots of stuff from Jacko that I've never actually seen before.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
It goes to show that this is definitely not the most common character, especially in EMEA. It is one of the more technical characters, so those kind of characters tend to not be the crowd favorites unless they're super cool, like I guess Johnny in the previous game.
And Johnny, the skill floor is so much better in this game. Like, you don't have to be a sweatlord to play.
Yeah, you used to have to practice like Mistfinder cancel supers. Oh, but hold that thought. We're gonna go into the reversal super, put Kianator in the corner.
Pretty good damage, raw super.
Yeah, falling straight into the cold slash. Oh, that was a very aggressive usage of deflect shield there.
It really paid out.
I think based on what I've played against Timm really loves the deflect shield as their kind of like first frontier of defensive options.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of shields from Timm so far.
Nice approach to turn up. RC to keep the pressure going, but eventually it has come to an end. It has to come to an end if you don't deal between your strikes. And of course, I guess you could, like, dealing out of your pressure is kind of the same bluff that Jacko could play, like during a pressure string, take out an extra minion or something like that. It's kind of like things that you can call out.
It's something you see when you have the cheer super on, because there's the infinite, like, the fear of infinite pressure, so you don't want to press anything, so then you can steal some minions.
Ooh, by your active
People
frames.
do be mashing against Jacko.
6B active frames extended a little there for Timmy by hitting the minion. Turned out to be not the best outcome. Ooh, still gets the hit! A little too far to convert. I think one of the bigger problems for Timm so far from the neutral has been like finding the buttons to tag incoming minions, which could be the lack of just not having good buttons for it from the Johnny side of things.
I guess you should be able to 5T the minions most of the time. It's a matter of timing mostly.
But another aspect to it is sometimes that doesn't necessarily have to be the area where you derive value. Even if you can't block, or even if you can't check the incoming minions, you could just like eventually, like Timm has been doing, get into a pressure sequence and then just win the round out of one good hit, one good combo. What I'm trying to say, if your offense is strong enough, you don't necessarily have to have god level defense. A Guilty Gear, a very common fighting game franchise for that.
Yeah, playing aggressive is usually the way to go.
I mean, you're definitely not gonna deplete your opponent's health bar by being defensive, that's for sure. But now, who gets the activation? Ooh, but Timm not caring about at all. Isn't it usually like plus frames there?
You gotta do it so that it's properly plus. You gotta do it from a minion hit, minion collision, then it's really plus. Otherwise, it's like +2 or something.
Yeah. I think Kianator might have missed the minion attack command there. Okay, very nice check. Switch sides, but the deflect shield, even though it deflected just, or like push block just a little bit, the little bit ends up being enough. Now how do we solve this issue?
Fighter on the minion.
Finds the hit into... Is it gonna reach? I think it should, right? Yeah.
But might not break again.
It's a very, very delicate spacing. Like you have to be basically point blank with the opponent in the corner for the Elysian Shriver to break the wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, hard knockdown. Into the safe jump. Ooh, I think Timm was hoping to get the 50 meter there to extend the pressure, but was like 1 meter away from being able to RC. Deflect, pushes back to neutral. God, one more hit for each player. Oh no! It's a miss on the Beast Fighter. That's not the first or the second time when Kianator has been able to dive under with that 2D, especially against the K Fighter, that is the horizontal slicing one. I think the horizontal Fighter is like your go-to for its range. I think I'm pretty sure it has a little bit more range.
It's so high up. I think it's that pretty much everything low profile is. Setup.
Ooh, and here's a raw starter into, yeah. Let's see the damage. Not too bad. That's, and 40% for Jacko.
You can also do it. You can also do a throw mix-up from that into the explosion.
Far slash, one of the fastest ones. 9-framer, really far range. Really hard to challenge for a lot of players unless you go with 6B on round start. Good air to air, and even gets a pickup. Minions on the point. Timm doesn't want to get contained into the corner. In fact, using the Wild Assault to sort of push Kianator towards the other corner. Got broken
like
one.
That's the point where you usually cheer, so you regain all the meter.
Makes sense.
And you can actually do a new minion during the explosion guard frame. Oh! The overhead! No way. What a comeback.
Gonna have to be content here with the wall break on Wild Assault.
That's it.
That would have been a hit in Season 2.
Yeah, that would have been.
It did call out safe jumps, but now being a normal strike, what do you call them? Hit crab, I guess is a good way to put it. Not gonna do the job anymore. You can just safe jump it. Here we go. Cashing out. Still a very, I guess that's a decent chunk of damage. Yeah. Deflect shield this time, not doing much, especially since Kianator was dashing forward into the kick loop. Nice, I kind of love that. I think Kianator did have an option to break the wall, but they chose to drop it and just sort of gone for the next hit kills kind of a situation while Timm is already in the corner. Especially when you slump your opponent in Season 3, they build a lot of meter back, so that way you could, for Kianator could basically make Timm not have the burst anymore for that RPS situation.
And it's of course, when you're like barely winning already, like so close to a win, it's so scary to just throw out the super. In case, what if you drop the combo and the super doesn't hit, and then you just throw out the entire round? Might be just better to just reset and do a mix-up into a win.
Ooh, that's a miss on the 5 heavy back throw incident. Let's deal into the mix-up guard break. All things considered, ooh, the Red Assault pressure strings have not been working out for Timm so far.
Well, they do give you a reset and a throw mix-up, I guess, but it's hard to follow up from that if you get just block it.
I think Kianator has probably been reading the throw option quite a bit, and has gotten it right as well. Alright, what's the escape here? Goon Squad. Gonna take the super airborne, so not the best position for a punish. Careful with the turn up. Kianator has so much meter here. It's getting dangerous. The deflect shield, it does nothing. Using the RC completely halts the momentum, the pushback momentum here. And Kianator.
Oh no! Accidental recall, but still drives the round.
And here we go. I think the first time in this set, Kianator has taken the lead. It has been starting. Yeah, it's been even, but it's starting to slowly look better and better for Kianator. It's not like Timm is doing bad or anything either. It's just sort of like the tricky stuff is just starting to fall in place for Kianator, I think. Speaking of tricky stuff, I wonder if it's better to just take the hit there for Timm and not take the explosion shadow. No. Which is what Timm kind of did there. Ooh, nice scoop! But I think didn't have enough frame advantage to set up the deal properly.
This might be really bad for Kane. Yeah.
Ooh, we still got the setup and pick the combo. Kianator. The more I see from Kianator, it's like one of the more technical Jackos that I've seen. Even though we are kind of talking about, you know, intermediate bracket skill here. That goes to show that you don't need to be the best in the community to have really cool stuff in your toolkit.
And just do something solid, something that you've labbed and you're confident about. I think that's the main thing.
Alright, momentum burst. Keep Timm in the... Whoa! Okay! Timm! 5 heavy into frame trap super.
Big damage roll.
Slow slash. Oh. This will be really close to a kill. In fact, it will be a kill. Unless it misses. I wonder if it tried to go for a TK Mistfinder there to finish.
Running away with the minion.
Ooh, that was really good movement from Timm. Was able to keep in on Kianator while avoiding stuff, but the last strike didn't find its mark. And now in the corner, being parried. Nice way out. Alright, deal. It's gonna explode. We're gonna go B+. RC. Oh no! The idea was probably to vault into deal into RC to keep Kianator in place and to get a guaranteed mix-up, but alas. That vault into deal is a little finicky tool as far as I've understood. Not the easiest one to use. Break them. Wild Assault this time. We're keeping it tight.
Has to RC the Mistfinder. Yeah, not this time. Timm thinking that, yeah, you're not gonna get me with the explosion. Although chip damage is really close.
And 2 games lead here. 5 for Kianator, 3 for Timm.
Duel 1.
I say this a lot, but this game is really important for both players. Ball slash finds its mark, a little bit of a juggle into cash out.
Classic combo.
Oh, hello?
Echo actually doesn't have a safe jump after a wall break with the super. So you kinda, if you want to guarantee a pressure extender, you have to use a for example. Same with the super in the normally neutral.
I think the Joker trick was unblockable there because Kianator was holding the minion. I'm not sure if you can even...
Nah, that's a good point actually, yeah.
Can't even defend command that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can't. Supers, yeah. Oh!
2D from downtown once again. Misses the air throw. Both players missing a throw there. Oh, Spaghetti Maximus.
I love when that happens. Both are like, yeah, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it.
Ooh, 5 heavy working as an anti-air once again. Set it up. Into deal. Yeah, has to backdash out of that because that deal, or that rather that vault deal is not very plus without RC. In fact, it's very minus most of the time.
neutral. Both players trying to find a one hit. Yeah, I love the shield on that point.
Like Timm is making the deflect shield work much more than what I generally tend to see. Blue buff, so minions can't be killed at the moment.
Not something you usually see from Jacko.
I think the red one has slightly more functionality because it basically gives you infinite commands for the minions.
Yeah.
But Timm
Duel 1.
getting that ever so precious win there and doesn't let Kianator run away with the lead. The jump slash actually whiffed on crouching Jackal there, huh? 6 heavy takes care of all the minions at once, but now is he gonna launch? Boom!
Yeah, not the great in the if you get hit by the close slash or something, it doesn't usually do much.
Yeah.
It kind of gets in your way because you gotta dodge the explosion yourself.
Oh damn! Oh damn! Neither player respecting the opponent's Oki or
That
pressure.
looks like the F-Shiki setup from Jacko, but it's really hard to do.
God, tragedy in a bottle once again for Timm. A little late there on the super to break the wall, and Kianator just takes out and takes the win for free.
Yeah, not this time.
Too heavy frame trap. That's it's a pretty decent pressure start, or rather combo starter.
Into, yeah. Plays it safe, doesn't go in for no reason.
Good snipe there. Massive horizontal right. I think Timm took the Mistfinder stance here. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Or perhaps I was sure I saw the stance. Maybe he cancelled out of it, but was still in recovery there, so didn't have time to, you know, block. That was a. I would love to see that frame by frame what was happening in that situation at the end.
Duel 1.
Yeah, I mean, he said I cancelled as well.
Yeah, but it's +1 after flash, so
Yeah.
if you did anything during it,
And I think Mistfinder cancels are kind of slow anyway in this game, like when you come out of the stance.
yeah.
At least slower than they were in Exerd. Ooh, just into a close slash, immediate burst to avoid all that damage. YRC Timm is trying to get some sort of offensive momentum going on in this round. Has used most of their resources. All right, here we go.
Forces to burst out.
But now Kianator does have the... Ooh, nice footsies. Break it. Good check from
no!
Kianator.
But Timm on the run.
I think
Yeah,
that
that's-
follow-up is gonna catch here, yeah.
No kill though.
Oh, coming from above, that was big!
Oh no.
Kianator ends up stealing the road from Timm. That was literally like... There was... I almost bet there was nothing that Kianator could do anymore, especially since Timm had almost 100 meter as well. But the little
Yeah,
mistake
Timm didn't
there-
RC the whiff. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Oh! That has to be a good starter, right?
Ooh, trying to go under, but not quite. Self-cornering. This could be bad. 6B works out. Timm absolutely needs this round to stay alive. This is checkpoint for Kianator. Into. Look at her face. What the fuck? I zoomed on her face.
Jacko's like, oh shit!
I really want that pose for somebody's player card. Into. Gets tech.
Yeah. 2K going under far slash.
Forced into the guard break once again.
Yeah.
YRC, get rid of the pressure before it's hot, rather.
Yeah, and kills the minions. It's really good against Jacko.
Kianator has every resource in the game here to make this comeback.
Still under pressure. Just yeah, again 2K under far slash. Oh no! A bit too early.
But
Clearly had the idea.
overshoots a little bit the combo. However, Timm is in a really bad spot. Unless burst is on point still.
Kianator still has burst though. And full meter.
Goes under.
Oh no! Okay, burst out. Timm. Oh,
hello?
both players kinda like waiting.
I think that was respect on the reversal super, so couldn't go close and assume the stance.
Timm clutching it out.
Oh my goodness, Timm still alive and closing in. No buffer to breathe, but 2 more to go. Not too, definitely doable. Look at that red assault roll as a whiff punish here.
Oh yeah, gets the burst out, why not?
Got combos. Yep, into cash out. Timm does have that beloved 50 bursts ready to go still, as well as 50 meters, so all options are open.
Yeah.
Yeah, very minus on that Mistfinder without the turn up. In fact, that range could have probably actually been a punish for Kianator. Because it is what it's like minus 10 or something.
Yeah, for sure you can then punish it. One of those things that you gotta know it's punishable and you gotta react to it.
From a lot of spacings, it is, you know, there's nothing to do about it, but it's like, when it gets to the closer distances, you have to recognize that I have an opportunity to go for the punish here. Alright, setting it up. Break it.
Yeah, that happens so easily. You just run into the explosion yourself.
Oh, you can self-explode? Damn.
Yeah.
Get the anti-air out there. Now Timm gonna push it, gonna break it, and gonna take it. Timm has made it to 6-6.
We're going into the final Luigi soon, maybe.
Really great climb back from Timm. Was in a very dangerous looking situation for a moment, but able to stabilize for now.
Opted to go back a bit. Didn't go for pressure. Like, wait. I think Timm is getting more comfortable in the mid-range now.
And especially after the hits, the set play is flowing much better for Timm. I think earlier to the set, Timm was struggling getting the deals into the follow-ups out, but now almost every single hit has been consistently going into a deal misfire. And suddenly...
Set point for Timm.
Suddenly, how the turns have tabled! Let's see what Kianator has to say about that one.
Oh no!
Forwards!
Yeah, and it's Guard Crush also.
I'll kill myself. Now Timm. Oh! Kianator not believing in the hitbox at all. Getting forward, finding the hit. We set up the Guard Crush.
Actually, not great in the corner, because you cannot escape the explosion yourself.
Oh, the far slash misses because Kianator was low profile there. Finds the hit. And that should surely do it, even if it's very reduced amount of damage. The guaranteed damage coming through from the wall break will put double set point last
The final
one.
Luigi.
Even meter as well as far as the burst goes. Make it happen. All of the previous rounds have been data. This is it. Kianator pushing it first in the corner. Win condition unlocked, basically.
Yeah. Getting pressure going. Not a kill yet, but we'll see what happens. So there's no safe jump from this. At least anything that's real.
Yeah, and Kianator choosing to play it a little more passive.
There we go.
Waits for the burst, gets it, and seals the deal. Kianator was able to hold the momentum for majority of the set. At the very last second, Timm coming back, but Kianator still clutches it out at the last moment. If it's not, it's not a Kianator match unless it goes to the last game, last round. It's like this every single time, I swear. Really great show from both players.
So yeah, I'm gonna jump off, let Ultinet hop onto the mic for the second half of the show. So thank you for having me.
Thank you for your contribution, good sir.
Yep. And hope to be back soon. Yep. I'm logging off. See ya.
Bye-bye. All right, entering the Nago block, getting the person with the most enthusiastic takes on Nago.
Here for the big man.
Here for the big man himself. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So let me actually flash the card. So we have back-to-back Nago versus Jacko and Nago versus Bridget. So 2 long-range matchups for Nago to deal with.
Kinda annoying in their own right, I think. Jacko maybe less, but I haven't played any Bridget this batch, so I'm not like 100% on that one. I have, however, played a ton of Jackos because I think there's like Celestial's full of them for some reason. I've been fighting so many Jackos for the past 2 days, it's unreal.
Let me ping the contestants. So decoy as well as...
Like, I think the main annoyance with Nago versus Jacko is that Jacko has very infamously low profiling moves like 2K and 2D. And Nago is a huge man, so you have to restructure your pressure to do stuff like maybe 2K, 6K instead, so that Jacko cannot sneak into a 2K of her own.
And I imagine in the... If Jacko ever wants to get in against big slices like 5 heavy from Nagoriyuki, does 2D slide under that move?
I've had it both go under, but I've also had 5H counter hit 2D for a lot of damage. Like, anything can happen. It kind of depends on when you press it.
Yeah, it's... Of course, the low profiling frames do not start right away. It's usually the nature of these kind of sliding moves. So, of course, if you can catch Jacko early enough to the startup of the move. But of course, Jacko needs to get close enough first to be able to even threaten with the reach of the 2D.
True.
But two back-to-back matchups where I think the one sort of feature of the matchup for Nago I've sort of observed is that, like, both of these matchups, this goes into the sort of category of Nago matchups where when you're high blood, it gets a little harder. Am I right on that one? Yeah.
It gets kind of hard, yeah.
Because, like, against anybody who can zone you really well, you, of course, would love to have a neutral skip. You would love to have, for example, Clone Fukio ready to go, so you have an RPS option to beat their zoning options. But of course...
I don't think I like Clone Fukio against Jacko that much, but it's kind of like my personal preference. But I feel like most of the time she has just kicked a minion, it's coming at me full speed, and it interrupts my clone startup or something, and it never is Jacko.
Because you do need to the clone part to delete incoming projectiles.
Yeah.
If the clone is active, how does it interact with the minions?
Great question. I think it either goes through them. I think it goes through them.
Yeah, because Jacko minions are kind of like... Yeah, Jacko minions are like kind of weird entities. They don't tend to lose to stuff. But then again, clone doesn't tend to be obstructed by anything either. I'm sure I've seen this interaction before, but I just can't recall how it goes.
Yeah, same. One other thing I find fun about this matchup, like to do, is that you can, if there's a minion in front of you or coming in, you can, for example, do 5k, and then when you hit the minion, you can cancel that in the Beyblade and hopefully hit Jacko, or you can advance by doing the far slash string into the minions. So you just kind of do far slash 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 against the minions, and it pushes you forward.
Yeah.
towards Jacko, where you wanna be. You might even hit Jacko. I've gotten some, yeah, like this. This is what I'm talking about.
Perfect showcase. Thank you, baby
But then,
driver.
of course, Jacko can do that.
Right now, with the relatively high blood, one special move or a couple of Hukios available here. Back. Oh, it's gonna be really close to popping. So now,
That's a lot of blood. Oh, there we go. Nice.
but in terms of like how the sort of matchup plays out at the start, it's of course, for characters like this, you gotta avoid Nago for a while and try to bait Nago into burning that blood before you can get into that kind of like checkmate scenario where Nago doesn't get to play a lot.
Also, this corner pressure is kinda... Well, I guess it's really annoying for everyone, but even more so for, again, very good way of dealing with the minions and getting in on Jacko. But yeah, as a character, I think this was the very famous miss input where you try to do a back hook here in the far slash and the game reads it as a super.
Yeah, I've seen that one before.
I've had it happen. Best thing is when it happens and it works, and then the commentary loses their shit because they think it was on purpose.
I've been starting to recognize it as well. When somebody does that to me, I'm like, frick. They misinputted, but they got me still.
All according to plan. What was I saying? Yeah, it's kind of annoying being on pressure when you don't have any meterless reversals.
Yeah, as well as, you know, if you somehow manage to get a jump off, it's like you don't have the best follow-up after that, so you get like kind of doesn't do anything.
Yeah, only one jump and you don't have an air dash. And...
So in a way, you're kind of
also
have to commit to those aggressive options.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard call-outs, I feel.
Ooh, there we go.
Very hardest of first baits, but it works. That's a lot of blood. Oh my goodness.
Would that be if that actually hit Decoy Snail airborne? Would that have been a safe setup to go into clutch?
I don't think so. Like if Decoy had blocked it, then I'm pretty sure it. If Decoy had blocked it, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been safe.
Alright, hold still. Lots of blast frames from White Assault. Nope. And now it's looking really tough. Ooh, dancing!
Ooh. Very patient. Ah,
the classic
Full slash.
Slash. Lots of blood coming in. Good check there on the forward, Kukyo. Nice, but doesn't get the punish on the way down though. And now, yeah, this is gonna be a big Decoy Snail will able to flip the position into this high block situation going on.
Oh, nice backdash.
I love this. It's that White Assault for Nago Ryuki works out really well in situations where you have super high blood. Can sort of guarantee you to get a couple of those slices that bring a little bit of that life back.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's very nice.
And especially in matchups like this, this is like a perfect showcase probably for how the White Assault really complements Nago's kit in Season 3.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Which is why I'm kind of unsure of the Bridget matchup now, because I think that Deflect Shield and White Assault probably help somewhat.
Yeah, they should. I guess we're gonna see it
again,
after this.
But then again, Bridget also got new stuff. And they're really letting the intro play every time.
Think about it a little. One game for each. There's a decent amount of data to digest, and the faster you complete the download, so to speak, as we say in the industry, I guess the better results for the rest of the set you're gonna get. We still got the minion parry there.
Very aggressive burst. Nice.
Dude, lots of
Get
blood
some
coming
blood.
back. Damn, that minion parry.
Also, 2H feels like a really good button in this matchup, even though you would kind of think that it's not, because it whiffs for 5 years. But Jacko a lot of times tends to be in the range where it hits. And for example, if Jacko is right in front of you, summons a minion and jumps with it, then you can get big counter hit 2H for some huge damage.
And if you think about the spacing
Like
if you think about the spacing where Jacko would usually spend time, it's like away from Nago's strike range, almost full screen. That's kind of distance where you don't get whiff punished very easily, even if your move whiffs for half a second. Ooh,
Oh yeah, you can also do this. As we say, fuck them, kid.
Your deflect shield, it does nothing. RC, more slices, lots of blood coming back, and you're not getting out of this one. Landing straight into the close slash, however. Got the hit. But was not a clean setup.
Nice, good bait.
Bonk. Into, yeah, just take it in the easiest, comfiest way possible.
You know how they now made that super A strike? And when you block it, they added this,
Bonk.
metallic clang.
I love it.
It's kind of like when Naga whiffs bite, and there's this huge clong when his jaws slam together.
Shout out to
Nice.
sound design in video games.
Cool.
One of the unsung heroes. Alright, not letting this
Again?
5D rock.
The 6B in the Beyblade was a very good way of dealing with the minion and also getting in on Jacko. Oh, nice.
A little for the block.
Choosing to go for blood instead of Wulfie. I like the change. It makes me feel like I'm doing decision making. It feels like I'm having brain cells.
Yeah, it's actually super important. Saw it!
Oh, nice!
Recognizing the startup frames of the Wild Assault and going with one of the options. And since there was no gold burst available that time, and because you had the kill, of course the throw ended up being the best option. Now, decently high blood. Ooh, not caring! 2S goes through. Oh my god, the jump K! The infamous. Yeah, at that time, at that range, probably had to RC it on whiff. But that's fine, because the pressure goes on, and when the opponent sees your too heavy whiff, of course they're gonna be thinking like, I need to dash forward and try to get a whiff punish. So that's where you can turn the, that was good timing! That must have been like the first frame after the minion parry went off, or expired.
Oh, that's such a nice button. Nice, catches the backdash.
Big damage.
Oh, it's gonna bust.
Shouldn't be a touch of death, and even drops the combo. Unfortunate. Well, I mean, you had your chance, but you blew it.
As we say in Finland, ihan oma syy.
Yeah. It's your fault. Your fault for dropping the combo. But hey, that's how it goes in the land of fighting games sometimes. It is RPS with execution.
Yeah, as we talked about it earlier, I really like the decision making of do I want to get Oki or do I want to get Blood back with the OTG.
Yeah, it's like if you have very linear paths and everybody does the same thing, it's not as fun for sure. The more you allow for player expression. Speaking of, oh my god. Speaking of player expression, Baby tried really high on blood here, almost popping.
Like the old 6-8 was such a Fisher Price button because it did everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Baby's first, okay. This is a lot of damage. Oh,
yeah. So hard to backdash out of stuff, like any kind of close slash stuff in Guilty Gear Strive. A lot of close range. Ooh, but big hits here.
Yeah, this is the 2H situation I was talking about earlier. It works really well in this matchup. Because Jacko spends so much time in ranges where it's usually gonna hit. Nice. Gonna get the hard knockdown.
Check this wave. One more hit. Ooh, Ooh, being very patient, maybe expecting a reversal burst there, which would be really hard to justify for a decoy snail in this situation. Especially since we're sitting on a round lead.
Yeah, I don't. Nice!
That's kind of the
I
thing
think
where that you were
shows-
talking about, the far slash flash.
Yeah. Yes, I think that shows whether Nago knows the matchup or not.
There are a lot of things in this game that you can kind of do that with. Nago is like, Asuka is another matchup where you can keep slicing cubes.
Yeah, you can do the same far slash thing actually in that matchup as well. Like in a way, it's kind of similar.
Ooh. Artillery cannon, the 2S launching the minion, the new stuff. Or not new stuff, but semi-new stuff. Finally my turn! Unless back into the same situation and Decoy Snail even baits that. Ow. Well, that was a Jacko round, and I think like being a super good Jacko is all about being able to play the opponent into this situation. And I think, yeah, because of the reasons that we've discussed, I think it's like as soon as the blood is high, Nago is much easier to put in that situation than many other characters.
Yeah, definitely.
Your reward for persevering through all the neutral skips that are potentially coming your way.
It's her month.
Oh yeah, it is.
Nagoriyuki versus Jacko.
I love that they're letting the intros rock every time. Oh, nice! Catches the Beyblade.
Ooh, again, the timing is perfect, just as the defend command is expiring. That's so many active frames now.
This is scary. Jacko with positive is so scary. Unless you get hit by a counter hit Beyblade.
Yeah, not much you can do with those resources if you're on the on the defense.
Backdash. Oh, but
I guess
the 2K 2D trades very rarely go in Naga's favor because his 2D is so slow. You can always it actually with if you do 2KK 2D, and if you get a trade, you go into the second 2K instead.
I think Decoy Snail sniffed out the bite attempt there. Right, Blue Assault for extra setups, and here come the setups.
This is the Jacko corner pressure.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, nice, fun hit.
Damn, even the deflect shield doesn't push back enough. It was still technically -1 for Nago though.
I think so. Oh no, the minion ate the white assault.
Ow! It does damage
This is
as well.
anyone's game. Yeah, it does. Oh.
Although, I think it cannot be lethal damage, so.
Yeah, I don't think it can.
Right, near escape. That was really. Oh, nice. Back and forth. Is this shimmy?
Is this Wulfie? Very patient.
Well,
You have to be.
the good thing is here, if we manage to find a hit, we have a lot of stuff to do afterwards. And maybe taking the hit here and getting the non-hard knockdown wall break was pretty good for Baby Driver.
Yeah, it is a. Oh no!
Reaction!
But like, it is a tactic that when Jacko cheers and starts the corner pressure, you can try the backdash or do something that lets you splat into the ball faster. So you go back to neutral, hopefully.
Yeah, I think
You don't have to deal with it anymore.
it is a little unintuitive, but like if you, it requires understanding how things work and how Jacko
Yeah, like-
works a little.
If you're at a life lead and you know that Jacko is not gonna generate the meter for the super, I think it's fine.
Heaven or hell.
What a handsome lad.
3-3. And I can believe it based on how much, you know, the players have given thought to what they've been showing each other so far. They've really been thinking between the matches.
Yeah. This has been a very good match so far.
Right, straight into summon and minion parry. And into the corner you go. Now what's your option here, Baby Driver?
Very patient, block. Oh. Generic. So fast. Oh, there is.
Yeah, you never see it coming.
Nice.
Ooh, but is one
Here comes the overhead. Why did they make it into an overhead?
stomp
Nice.
on?
Oh.
Didn't quite have the meter for super.
I don't think he was expecting it to splat yet.
No,
Nice.
it's such a classic.
Close
Tag
down.
them with something anti-air, then Kukyo into a blood-sucking universe. No one's gonna expect that.
Yeah, if you can go into a bite in places where no one's gonna expect it, the better. Oh, try to. I think that might have been an air throw attempt actually, but it came out as a jump beam.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. I thought for sure he would have unstuck.
Right, but now Decoy has been able to build quite a lot of different resources and still holding a
Hard.
life lead.
Oh, first baits.
Nice. One blood move baited. The burst is baited as well.
Don't think this is a place where you want to burst.
It's very dangerous in situations like that, especially since Baby Driver was on basically a round lead, so could have taken that full burst meter into this round, but maybe it does not end up mattering if you land those hits on Nago.
This is also what I was talking about earlier. The 2K Avari is so annoying when you're playing as Nago. Oh no!
Finds the reversal. If something positive, Baby Driver did get quite a lot of downwards trend on the blood pressure from the earlier hits.
True.
Ooh, good
Nice
backdash into. Yeah, just a classic close slash strike throws. Strike thrower's dream. If you take this close slash, you lose. If you take this bite, you still lose.
Start guessing.
Baby Driver taking the driver's seat once again.
Mankind knew that they cannot change
Nice.
society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Well, these guys will definitely be reflecting on themselves here.
I mean, that's fair. I can understand it. I usually do it myself. Except I just let the timer run out usually, or like let the timer almost run out. In the selection screen.
Nagoriyuki versus Jacko. Duel 1.
Alright, who's next? Round start DP. Decoy basically just is expecting it. It's actually a relatively large win if the Nago goes for round start DP and he just completely whips.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because he tossed 90 blood into the bin.
It's basically like
Less
almost one
resources to
bar.
work with.
Actually, nice timing on the YRC, denying the blood drain that would have come from the last hit, which is the biggest one. If you're gonna YRC that, better YRC the earlier hits.
Nice.
Launches for a little bit of a combo, and here we go. What's it gonna be? Finds the hit. Not the cleanest follow through.
Oh, and now you're in the corner. And Jacko has the meter. Oh,
There's definitely an amount of hit points that you're willing. Oh, nice reach from both players. Too bad for Baby Driver that Decoy had the extra 50 there to still save themselves. Right, backdash works out, but the 2K afterwards doesn't.
Precious. Oh.
Such a quick explosion of damage there from several minion command, or like several minion hits into the minion command. Decoy evening it up once again for each.
This is very even.
Damn, scripted? Or just good good matchmaking? Nobody knows.
Damn, you're so nice.
Blame the beasts.
Nobody will ever know if these are just all scripted. You think you're watching good competitive Guilty Gear? You're just watching theater, directed by QKGG.
勝負の後ならば何でも聞こう。
At this point, every single victory starts being quite important. Taking 2 in a row here would basically put you pretty much as a victor of the set, usually. But go first. Ah, the frames! The frames extended by slicing into the minion. However,
Oh, the corner.
Yep.
Oh, this is scary.
with the positive no less.
Oh, backthrow incident. Oh, where are you going?
Bro, my favorite. Alright, assuming a little bit of a defensive position here, get the minions on board. Would be nice if you would, you know, maybe far slash into this minion parry. That would be the best outcome. However, Baby Driver not willing to do any of that. The backdash. Perfect read when it counted. 5 heavy chases.
Nice call out on the back foot your Beyblade. Nice. Fancy PK. Oh. Oh no.
Ooh, got them.
This is very scary. Decoy has so much meter.
It's a hard decision. You don't really want to expend your deflect shield here either. Yep, saves into the 50 meter.
He is the smart option. Nice. Very nice. Nice!
Doesn't even get
Like
the chance to burst. Gets for your life.
I forget which button came before 6k, but that's also what I was talking about earlier, because you wanna string lows instead, because Jacko is gonna be pressing 2k.
Ooh, slash. Doesn't quite reach. Decoy there. Does now. And first has been unleashed. Next damage. Oh, the 2D catches Beyblade. Rare footage of.
I don't think it's that rare, to be honest.
Naga
All
players
the
be like,
time.
God damn it, 2D every single time.
I have a lot of things I wanna say about the button, but if I do, I'm gonna be banned for 6 months.
Ooh, RSC.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
And now the Goon Squad has been assembled. Make them whiff. Yep, another Goon.
Oh,
Nice
nice.
prediction there. Jumping over the Wild Assault.
Again. I think that was Beyblade startup.
But there's
Okay,
been
nice.
so much spaghetti on the floor on that exchange for Decoy.
Good blocks.
Let's see if we
This
can
is scary.
still secure it. It's probably the most blue assault I've seen from any Jacko this patch.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because it removes your minions completely.
Does it?
It does, I think. It deletes minions from the screen, which I'm guessing they did that because they didn't want to try and figure out, okay, well, how do we want Wild Assault to interact with the minions, and they felt that it probably might have been too strong if it ignores the minions, so they went with that when you Wild Assault with Jacko, all the minions disappear.
Yeah, so they, I
Kind of
guess
weird.
they want it
Like-
as the party starter and not the party ender.
Maybe? My theory is that if it had ignored the minions, it would have been too strong in their internal testing. So they decided that instead they just make the minions go away. But it's still weird.
勝負にこう
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Nice.
Right, both players expanding their bursts. Ooh, 6B from one distance? Okay, that was...
Our slash is nothing but blue. It's coded in blue. So if you're playing against an Nago that's very far slash happy, then 6B is a very good answer.
Nice. Ouch. Okay. Close slash. And next round.
One of the buttons.
That was a lot of good minion parries that you managed to land there. Would be a shame if they don't lead into much. I mean, it's a super strong tool that is balanced by the fact that, you know, it doesn't do everything. It only does so much.
That YRC was kind of useless because Mike didn't have any meter to cancel the far slash. And it's like, what, minus 22 or something? It's super minus. You could have punished it without the YRC.
Ooh, a little too early there for the close slash.
Ah, the back.
God, this really has been the set of sort of robberies and counter robberies and comebacks. Ooh, just barely reaches with the low block 5 heavy.
Okay, yeah, that's a good burst. You have to burst. Nice.
Ooh, into the bite.
Oh, I love it. That's one of my favorites.
Be very careful. YRC, the last chance. Into the throw. This is big. Now you can force Baby Driver into a situation where none of it matters.
Oh, you thought Deflect Shield does something against this character.
My god, that 5B was amazing.
It was one of the 5Ps I've ever seen.
It always makes me think is like, did these absolute nutty players practice that situation? Do they have the presence of mind to press the button in the best possible place? Or is it just a freak accident that they managed to press the button right there? Did the Jacko player make some sort of a mistake in their pressure? A mere mortal mind cannot comprehend these things. Five, 5. All right, who has the privilege of going into the set point position first will be decided here.
This has been so even.
Ooh, wrong direction though.
Completely wrong direction.
The kick loop.
Brother, may I have some lips?
That's one of the things. Your frames are slowed because somebody drifted forward, and you know the throw is coming. You can't really jump very happily because it slows your jump so much. They probably don't get to punish them at all. But now, no defensive resources whatsoever. Finds the 2S still with the level 3 blood. Give me more blood. Two. Blood situation looks good. And what? That was DP?
It was DP too.
It was so high up in the air that I couldn't even see clearly what's happening. Gonna bust? I mean, the risk was calculated. Decoy Snail, if you look at their hit points here, they literally have 1. So if they let go of the FD for even one special move, it would have been over.
True.
And while that happens, you also get the mix up for the high-lows of the new Nago special moves of Season 3.
I did not give him a high low. I still don't understand. Did he need it? Oh, the backdash catches have been so good on Decoy's side.
Two. Ooh, very patient and takes the burst as well! It's Decoy moving on to the 6th position first.
You have to burst at some point, but it still hurts.
It is a never...
It was calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
Yeah, pretty much. It is the RPS as old as time in Guilty Gear franchise. Where do you fit that burst?
Society.
The longer you hold,
Reflecting on
the worse your position is gonna be.
beasts. Heaven or hell.
But at the same time, the longer you hold, the more opportunities you give them to either mess up their combos or just hard bait. The eternal balancing dance between those two. Alright, is Decoy gonna take it here? Or are we gonna enjoy another
Nagoriyuki.
dead even situation for 6-6? Let's see. Oh, but was speaking of the burst baits, was probably waiting for Decoy's burst there, knowing that that's one of the combo starters from round start.
True.
Alright, choosing to not go with the Fukyo.
And not wanting to Jacko get away with bursting you in this matchup because it's gonna be so annoying, but I think Baby Driver might be baiting burst a little bit too much.
Now, this should be enough even, yeah. Decoy Snail on set point. Ooh, trying to slide into the white assault. No dice.
Oh, nice backdash.
Trying to bash something. Not getting called out too bad. Ooh.
I wonder if he was trying to throw it.
And now you're basically gonna be put into the same situation again. Guess for your life. Is that it? No, too low.
Oh.
Oh, hello? That's a lot of full kills! Completely committed to getting the blood-sucking universe and fixing the blood balance. But alas, it was not meant to be this time. Decoy Snail showing the Jacko versus Nagoriyuki matchup.
Was very good showing from both players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Baby Driver had clearly lapped the matchup and knew the nuances of it, but every time there has to be one player who loses, sadly.
Yeah.
And even, I don't know how this matchup is these days, but like even if it was evenish, I still think this is kind of difficult for Nago.
We're still kind of
general.
in that transition period between patches where, even though a lot of tier lists and tier charts, I guess less tier charts and more tier lists, that's actually something that I've been wanting to talk about. It's like when we get to finally the tier charts, that's when we start understanding who actually is, like who are the toppest dogs of the patch, the big winners. While it's only like the tier lists, you don't get as much data from tier lists necessarily.
If I have to see one more Japanese tier list that tries to tell me that Nago is mid tier, I'm gonna blow my fucking beans. I mean, yeah, B tier Nago for sure. I'm just gapping. If you're losing them, then you get gapped. It is what it is.
Alright, but into another Nago matchup. So this would be two players who are some of the most dominant names in the intermediate Guilty Gear Strive scene. We have a lot of events such as the Novice Strivers mid-tier tournament, as well as Striving for Progress. A lot of cool tournaments where, you know, players of this caliber can test their mettle without having to run into the best EMEA players ever every single time and go 0-2. These two players have been, I think, dominating from my point of view, kind of dominating the intermediate scene for a very long time. And
I think I just... Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, and I think Whammel was the most recent winner of the most recent intermediate tournament.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that I think I saw a tweet that said that Whammel had won the intermediate tournament and now she's subsequently banned from all of them. Or at least that specific one.
Yeah, it's like I forgot which. I forgot what their policy is. The one that I won, I'm banned from as well, which is, I think, striving for progress. I'm not quite sure how the novice strivers bracket is, what the rules are, but
Yeah, I think you get banned from them as well if you win them, or at least win them enough times. Maybe. I never really got to play in any of those because by the time I realized there were intermediate tournaments, I looked at my rating update, and when I was like, okay, well, I'm already over 1800, so that, I guess.
I love it. Where is Maria from? Based on this flag.
Here we got Whammel in the room.
That is a pretty cool country. I love that country too.
Oh, it's Billy.
the whatchamacallit, the dichotomy of mankind. If you look at the player messages, Maria has like a whole story there, and then Whammel's just like colon 3. What do you call that? Double colon? Colon?
I think it's a. I'm not sure.
Kaksois.3.
It's a colon. I think semicolon is the one where you have the comma instead.
With the winky eyes?
Yeah. Yeah, winky eyes.
Zoomers will not know, because they've never used non-graphic emotes. Stop using my semicolons. Do we have Maria, though? Set that she's gonna be on her way in just a second. So how would, from your perception, how would this matchup differ from the one that we saw before? What are the ways Naga wins this matchup with?
I mean, I think this is way more annoying than Jacko. But like, if you get in, then Bridget's just gonna fucking die. I mean, that applies to most of the cast, but Bridget especially, she's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, she's quite soft for sure.
It's so difficult because, as I said, I have not played this matchup that much in this patch, if at all. I think I played maybe one Bridget Tower after the Season 3 patch, but like, in the last patch it kind of felt like Bridget can just do whatever she wants, and Naga has very little means of actually contesting her whatsoever.
How effective are your bloodburn options against some of her usual stuff?
I mean, I think if you're awake and you can see her do the yo-yo that does not hit you on its way to you, then you can burn like a Beyblade or a Fukio to get close in on her, and then maybe press a button to force her to block. But like, I would much rather save my blood when I actually get in, and then hopefully I'll just kill her in one hit.
At least in the Jacko matchup, there was like something for you to slice. Against Bridget, you're not slicing anything. You're not
There's
slicing the
not
yo-yo.
really anything, and Bridget outranges you in every range, and the way she can just stall her air movement and bait anti-airs and whatnot, it's super annoying for Nago, especially when half of your buttons are a huge commitment.
She does have a DP as well, which is sort of
Yeah,
double-edged
also
sword.
annoying.
We can definitely find more places out of the pressure, but at the same time, you get your DP baited once by Nago, and it's lights out.
Goodbye.
Alright, we got Maria in the room. Time
But yeah, I think-
2.
Now that we have wide assault, it might maybe be better in some situations, but then you have to remember that Bridget also has wild assault, and I'm actually unsure what she got otherwise. I think she got some stuff.
She got a couple of
If I-
nerfs, like Kickstart RC no longer gives you like a ridiculous mix-up. I think being one of her biggest changes. But the way, like the ability to sort of make your pressure even
Duel 1.
more single player with Blue Assault is for sure a nice addition. And I'd imagine at this skill level where we're gonna see wild assaults back and forth from both players. Ooh, F Shiki got the hit.
Am I watching?
I think those were some of the hits that we saw earlier in the Bridget sets, but that weren't quite as well hit confirmed.
Also, I feel like getting out of this pressure is so annoying on Nago. Like yeah, I can block it. I can block most of it, but how am I gonna get out? Which is why I'm kind of hoping that Deflect Shield has some answers, or maybe Wide Assault. But I
Yeah.
think this is a really annoying matchup in general.
Block strings last for a very long time, that's for sure. Ooh,
Okay,
but
yeah, that's good.
hold the phone. We got the read into a bite. Maria,
Okay, we
time to
got
cook.
the new mix-up.
Ooh, got them with a 5D and
Yeah, like you only have to get in once, then you usually win.
yep.
But then it's the getting in part.
The eternal problem for Nago.
Especially when most of Bridget's buttons are longer than yours.
Ooh, got it again. So tricky.
Yeah,
I
that's-
think every single major hit for Whammel so far has
Sheesh.
come from that.
I wonder if it works on everyone or if it's like only a big buddy thing.
Yeah, that's a good question actually.
Because like Nago also has an F Shiki, but it only works on some very select big buddies. Like I think it works on everyone, but then against Nago himself, it's really annoying. It's super hard to actually do. It works on everyone, but loses to FD and can be fussied. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I gotta keep it in mind. Okay, Whammel taking the lead.
Note to self: FD versus Bridget.
Duel 1.
I mean, it's a good
Like, this is-
general advice for, you know, when you're defending against pretty much any like set play character that, you know, gets a lot of hits in a row. Bridget, you know, you name them.
Okay, into the super. Get the hardness down.
Loopity loop. And what we're gonna go in with? Claw slash.
Not Naga exclusive. Okay, yeah. Like, no, I wasn't talking about Naga exclusive, but like wondering if it's on big buddies.
Oh my god, another
I
one.
did not talk to that.
Duel 2.
The power of positive bonus loops, especially when you already got some.
That's a good
Some-
bird. Nice. Good 60. Nice.
Very aware of the forward Fukyo being extremely minus.
Check him Fukyo, as they say.
Alright, wants to keep this position, understandably. Very
Nice
high on
5-8.
blood though. A little bit back here. No.
Okay, get the plus frames. Not
No
back
more
there.
5 heavy. Now it's kind of interesting situation
Oh.
in regards to the life lead, because at that high
There's
blood,
so much
Whammel
blood.
can't just sit back. Had to kind of go in and do the offense thing. But now, when it's more even, this is where it favors Whammel to stay back.
Oh.
One shot.
Duel 3.
The Nagoryuki rocket from the other side of the screen.
Nice. Dash forward into that's 2S, right? It's 2S, yes. Works really nicely. Okay. Now that I'm looking at this, and I was wondering if Deflect Shield does something, then you're pushing Bridget back into the range where she wants to be, and now I'm actually concerned if it's a good idea after all.
Yeah, I wonder, because her close slash hits twice. I wonder if you deflect shield the first hit, can you make the second one whiff and then try to whiff punish her?
I'm actually unsure. This would require labbing, but
Yeah,
imagine labbing. I'm not a nerd.
and especially since I don't wanna use my burst in deflect shield, because my character is so freaking bonkers with wild assault. I don't want to entertain the idea of deflect shielding on scene.
Nice first bait, very patient. Oh, the back throw incident. Okay. Oh, I think that was the case of the breaking being nicely spaced, so you can't really press anything. I'm just kind of telling on myself how little I know about this matchup actually, but I need to hit up a Bridget player, they feel so rare.
It's like Whammel has had a pretty good accuracy on those, intercepting those forward hookyos, but it's also like when you unleash a forward hookyo from a far position, you're kind of like, there's no bait. Like if you, it's from the much closer position where you can mix with forward and back hookyo. If there's like no other choice but the forward hookyo, then it's kind of easy to just react to.
Did I bot it? Oh,
Alright, just
okay. And this is again... Okay, well, I was gonna say that this is again the very annoying range to be in with Nago, but against Bridget, but... Oh, the overhead.
I'm kind of slowly starting to understand why Maria is hesitating so much in some of these situations. For example, right after Blood-Sucking Universe, because like the players have a very good like idea how they want to spend their meter, and Whammel has been spending it like extremely well for some of the defensive options to like get Maria out of her at the most crucial moments.
That's a lot of blood, but that's also a couple of H normals on block, so... Okay, nice do it. Double it, sort of getting better sword normals, but then again you're also on high blood and you cannot convert off of anything.
Literally
Okay, nice.
double-edged sword. Alright, Maria finds the overhead, puts herself on point, on board.
Funniest thing is that I'm pretty sure Naga's sword has only one edge.
Yeah, it's like the other edge looks kind of dull, like normal swords. Or I mean, I say normal swords. I guess
The sword
normal-
Japan poggers.
Yeah. Non-Western swords.
I haven't actually seen as much DP from Whammel as I would have expected, but... Oh, nice! Straight over the 5H. Like, this matchup boils down to you dying from billion paper wounds. Kinda like with Milia. Nice, into the super.
And now, more fun times coming. Maria does not have 50 meter, does have the deflect shield though. Just hops over. But a movement or like a maneuver that Whammel definitely could afford there, being on the positive.
Get there. Oh, interrupts the Beyblade.
Yeah, I think you were talking about that, and like, of course, if it's the passive yo-yo, you will go through. But even if the aggressive yo-yo doesn't like do too much, just checking the blood burn is extremely efficient or like important for Bridget. If you can interrupt like a Beyblade, then it's a step towards your victory condition, sort of, which is get Naga on high blood. Alright, get the crab, and what's next?
Oh! Good burst. It's a difficult situation when you know the yo-yo is behind you and you're gonna hold it or do something about it really fast.
Ooh, and it goes in! That was, at that point, after the second blood burn, that was do or die. Maria, if she gets the hit...
one of the situations in this new patch. I don't know how I feel about it.
I thought it was okay before, when you don't have to like sweat for your life for the lows and overheads and standing up to block the second hit of the
it was
deep.
just honest mid dispenser. Very early burst. Which is probably good. There's some blood spent already. Nice 16.
It's like, it wasn't enough that I got a guess for the blood-sucking universe somewhere in there. Now I gotta guess for
Doing
the
some
final.
heavy lifting here. Oh, there goes your first hit. Oh. Okay, this is where the annoyance begins. And this is what I mean by Bridget outranging you in most situations.
Yeah, it's like
Into the heavy knockdown.
especially if you're on level 2 or below, is like no chance. But even on level 3, it's kind of hard. Because like, for example, the aggressive yo-yo starts very fast and it just interrupts a lot of stuff.
Very nice combo. Oh, catches the Beyblade!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
annoying. It happens.
I'm
That's a
seeing
cool combo.
I am seeing a distinct abundance of moves that have interrupted Beyblade now. So
Yeah, I
can-
feel like it happens a lot in this matchup. Oh, nice burst fade. Oh no, oh no. I think this is gonna kill.
Because a lot of
Yeah.
those things are things that Bridget would be doing anyway. It's not like she
Oh,
necessarily
true.
has to like deviate from her game plan all too much. It's just like getting the timing right.
Whammel plays super preemptively. I wonder if it's the way the beat now go for Bridget. Yeah, I think it works pretty well here. Like seeing how many times any of Bridget's buttons have interrupted Beyblade, because that's blood you're gonna lose. And you can't enforce your own offense at all.
5D once again. But now Maria, blood is open.
Okay, let's throw. Oh,
Survives to tell the tale of the mist too heavy, and still pseudo pressure. This will secure it for sure.
okay. Oh, I was gonna say like get the plus frames, but it just hit. Okay, spend the burst. Oh, goes over the 5H. Not quite a kill yet, but... Oh, okay. No burst. We die like heroes.
It's kind of like the close range YRC there was at a spacing where Maria probably had like a strike throw maybe. So
Yeah.
at that time, at times like that, it's probably not worth risking and just burst out of it.
I saw the Blood-Sucking Universe start up there. Very nice interruption. Oh, and throws the deflect shield. Oh no. Okay, back throw incident. Let's go.
Danger, danger.
Oh. Doesn't get anything from it. Now that there's no special cancel in 6H anymore, the punishes or like the combos you get are kind of more limited.
Duel 3.
Nice 5. Oh, here we go again. Oh,
But at least Whammel has pretty good follow-through option, or like follow-up options after those when those defensive situations occur. 5D again. The yo-yo didn't come back fast enough, I think, to combo.
oh, nice 5k, but sadly the 6H doesn't reach. Oh, that Bridget 2k feels so nice.
It's all the DLC characters with the DLC 2Ks.
And Axel for some reason.
Axel was the OG DLC
OG
2K
DLC 2k.
before DLC 2Ks. It's the prototype.
Oh.
Alright, picking up steam. 2 games on Maria now, and it's you know, it feels like it's been behind a lot of work. Whammel has been grinding Maria out during these rounds. They've been taking a lot of time.
This still looks like a really annoying matchup. As it was. There's just so many things Bridget can do, and Nago doesn't really have any way to tell her to stop. I don't want you to do that. Sit your ass down and don't do it.
Would you say that Bridget does what Nagon? Alright.
That's a nice round set option, even if it's kind of heavy on blood. Speaking of heavy on blood, that's a lot. Oh no. Doesn't quite pop, but there's not a lot Mario can do right now except just throw the normals around.
Quite slow. Good blocks on the overheads, however.
Nice. Okay.
There's the wide assault on high blood. We're
Oh,
really.
finally, we see some DPs.
It's a jump scare when it finally comes out after what 6-7 games.
True.
And a snipe, yeah. Bridget probably one of the most dangerous characters to play against when you're on your last hit points. Her or Axel. Can't decide which one is the worst. But with the 2K, a little late.
You have the added fear of the DP. Can we call this a back throw incident if it's not in the corner? Well, now it's in the corner. Oh, ooh. Oh, the PRC was nice, but sadly it wasn't in time.
This is gonna be tough. Maria not even close to wide assault.
And a lot of blood, and Whammel has so much meter to work with. Oh, yeah, I think this might be.
There's a really good bait there,
Absolutely.
setting up the yo-yo twirl trap. First faking the approach, making Maria preemptively press a button, aborting it, and then going for another one to punish Maria.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Immediate burst. None of this.
Nice 60.
It's kind of like, even though Maria got some good reads in there, like she's forced to burn blood.
Now we're again in the situation where there's so much blood, and yeah, very aggressive burst, but I like it. Oh.
Dead. The first time. DP on block. Big close slash punish. I mean, that's kind of the reason why Whammel probably hasn't been DPing that much, because she knows if that happens, it's
Yeah,
immediate next round. And potentially all of your hard work, the grinding that I was talking about, goes to waste. You could play for 60 seconds, really tight gameplay, and then with one DP.
Very nice bait on the 60.
Chesta!
Testo. Girlie thinks she's Makot. Oh, this is
Eventually it's gonna hit,
an
right?
annoying situation to be.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Nice throw break, but okay, gets out of the corner. Very nice blocks. Oh,
She's gonna
try
come
to
in.
take.
Very close to popping. Right, we're still good.
Okay, have to hold the plus frame. Yeah, that's sadly not punishable by human means. Oh, Christ.
We're so close.
Oh.
I was about to comment earlier that Maria was landing a lot of those sword normals, which did do non-negligent damage. It's like Whammel took quite a bit of chip damage towards the end of the round there.
Yeah, and like now that 6H has been turned into a Guard Crush normal, it does even more chip damage because the way chip damage is calculated on Guard Crush normals is different.
Whammel being like, please burst. I have close slash. Maria being like, your close slash? This damage? No, not
Just
bursting
completely whiffs with the Light Assault. Okay. Oh, gets the wall stick too, and the hard knockdown. Nice XP, but
with the ender. Hold still.
more blood creeps. Oh, gold burst. Oh, this is scary.
But caught on the landing.
Aww.
It's the RPS that you commit to with Chump D. If they whiff their anti-air, you might land and have the frames to punish. But if they don't whiff anything, then you're probably gonna be punished on the landing.
Most people who know that also are gonna be mashing a jab or something that recovers fast enough that you might get another win by the time you land. Oh, okay, yeah, good burst.
Alright, there's a lot of blood coming in from this.
Overhead.
But even more. This is it! This is it!
Is it?
Oh, the 50 pushes the minus L too far.
Yeah.
I'm sensing some sort of disturbance in the force in favor of Maria here for the past couple of games. Oh, it's going. Everything's going for Maria's in Maria's favor here.
God, that's a button.
Right, coast to coast, kickstart,
Very
big
nice
carry.
corner carry. Oh, nice throw break. Oh, and the yo-yo behind you.
Was that a wild assault that Whammel just beat?
I'm actually unsure. I don't think it was. I might have missed it. Blink and you miss it. 6, right?
Yeah, 6-3.
Very convincing. Makes me not want to play this matchup, but I have to. I will not back down.
Instead, you should definitely play this matchup so this will not be done to you in the future, right?
Absolutely.
With 6B this time.
Whammel stuffed a wild assault, yeah. It is the invulnerability frame start on frame 9, so
Yeah, we were
if
talking.
you can... Yeah.
We're basically talking about that with Dibe being like, yeah, Wild Assault is kind of like 9 frame startup normal in a way.
Yeah, basically. So if you can put something in front of it that comes out faster than the input frame start, then yeah, you're gonna stuff it. And it feels bad every time.
It's a very big commitment, especially like if you're high blood and you use your last option for RPSing them at that range.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that the blue one also causes stagger.
Is it stagger and a guard break? Is it one of
it's
those
guard
that you have
crush,
to tap
it's
out
guard
of?
crush on a block and then stagger on hit.
Right,
Oh,
right.
we got a bust!
This could be a TOD because we had the meter, yeah.
That was very smart of Whammel to do the RC, because the RC animation itself spends so much time that Naga loses blood. Okay, nice. Good check.
This is set point for Whammel. So do or die for Maria here.
The 2Ks against the forward hook have been so nice. Such a nice tool. Nice XP. Okay, here we go. That's some nice corner carry.
Ooh, the second hit!
Oh, the backdash!
Again, how does Whammel have such a keen sense for those throws? All the good backdashes.
Oh, the overhead.
Right, everything in the world is in Maria's hands. All the resources, but now we just need to finish it up. We're going. Oh no, that's
Oh no!
burst is available.
Burst is available, but okay. Well, there it is.
Oh,
Oh my god!
I
The
think-
Beyblade whip in the close slash. That's robbery.
that was with a Hookyo momentum as well, right? Because that traveled so far.
乾杯でなければ半分
That's robbery. That's just.
Duel 1.
And
Mako
it's
should not be getting away with this. I'm gonna be honest. That's bad.
all right. Living the fight another day. Burst used. Maria with 50 still left. But now we'll have to block this pressure for a while, or do we? Or break with the super.
Do we?
Potentially giving Whammel an option to put Maria in this situation again if we can waste enough time for those resources to come back.
Thanks to burst. Oh, that was too high up. Like the higher up the jumping is, the easier you can throw it. And that was super high.
Set point. Ooh,
Okay.
Maria has been challenging those
Oh!
quite a bit. I'm not exactly sure what the Wild Assault Yo-Yo summon is. Oh!
Yeah, it's a guard crush. So, oh, no full combo, okay?
I wonder if Maria does actually not know that combo there, so they, if she just finished it off
I think it's
quickly.
something like JK, JH, jump cancel, JK, JH.
I mean, just a quick 1, 2, 3 deals a lot of damage in the air, but if you
True,
like,
and you get positive from dust now, so.
yeah. All right, Maria looking like she's gonna fight for another day, unless.
Unless the 2K is coming!
Uh-oh. Well, we have a lot of resources and even more coming back from the positive.
Okay, so apparently this Wild Assault Yo-Yo set is +4. So it's something.
Yeah, so it's
Oh, but it's not enough. You're gonna die.
+4 is like enough for you to usually, if you wanna prevent your opponent doing anything, you definitely can. Although I've seen Whammel play a lot of like dash throws out of those situations,
True.
taking advantage of the, fact that you are indeed plus.
I mean, it's kind of like Nagoda's clone in the bite. Okay, nice.
good
Very
read
nice
there.
IAD. I think Whammel has had very nice IADs over Maria's buttons in general. Oh, the back throw incident. Oh,
And probably
it's
against
the side switch.
big value.
And the wall split.
Damn.
Damn.
But now I have to take this without a hard knockdown, and Maria has some blood open, so gotta be careful here until the blood meter is high enough, which would be
That's a
this.
lot of fun. It would be right now.
Damn, Whammel gonna run herself into that White Assault initially. Still another stock left.
The plus frames. Oh, nice.
Once again, checkpoint Whammel. Checkpoint? Set
That was
point.
fun. Checkpoint.
Checkpoint?
Checkpoint.
Oh,
Oh. Don't let Nago get away with it.
right, finds the hit, had the 50 meter as well, so kickstart RC inbound.
Oh. That's actually a nice setup. Oh, this looks bad.
Maria's a little low on everything here. We'll give back the burst though. But the life, is that has the burst?
Oh, and the first thing.
Whammel knew.
There was nothing else she could have done. I mean, I guess she could have delayed it for maybe another hit, but Whammel was hard baiting like hell.
I think like 90% of smart players will look at the burst bar there and be like, all right, this will build it back. And because you would probably die with the next couple, 2-3 hits anyway, it's probably gonna be coming. You can't hit confirm like off of single hits, like are they gonna continue their combo or not? It's a big commitment, and in that situation you don't want to die with your burst. So Whammel with the death seeing eyes sees it all before her, says predetermined, I win.
I retain my opinion, this is a very annoying matchup.
But considering that point, it was still very good performance for Maria. Carefully picking her spot whenever possible and doing what you can. But especially, I think I want to say, like, Whammel's defensive game is what kind of makes it. I can see with that defensive game, you're probably at the top of the pecking order for most of EMEA's intermediate players, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, but from intermediates to top talent, this is one of the Grandmaster Faust players in EMEA. One of the two big ones, Easy Faust. Gonna be facing another really big name on not a new character, but slightly uncommon character. It's been more than a year since I've seen Aggu rocking Giovanna last time.
Gio is, I'm gonna say, Gio is cracked this patch. She's so good. I'm gonna say that she's top tier.
And I've been waiting for, you know, Gio performances that we get to sort of see more of that new special move, the Command Dash Shavi.
It's so
the setups you get, the guard crush setups you get on Oki are kind of nasty.
They're so nasty because FD does nothing, IBFD does nothing, Deflect Shield does nothing. You just have to hope that you have a meterless reversal, or you hold it, you guess.
You are taking this, good sir.
Crushing one said Gio is top 1. I would believe it. How scrolls the guard crush setup down? Real?
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Faust, if like a lot of the times Faust matchups like have, if you can crawl good stuff, it gets so much better. It's like the two factors: how well do you perform at neutral as Faust, and then on defense, can you crawl the good stuff? But I think we also had Aggu in the lobby.
Yeah, I said that to give him 2 minutes.
Gotcha.
He's probably gonna show up soon.
And it's definitely, you know what they say, good things are worth waiting for, because it probably doesn't get much better than this if you're here for top level play, especially top level play including Faust.
So this is the main event, so to speak. Let's see.
Starting with a bang, jumping over the normal, forcing Izzy already to spend the burst. I think Izzy actually swallowed the horn there. I think the trumpet is probably one of the best items to swallow in a way, because that removes the possibility of you being in a bad situation where the opponent could pick it. You can choose to unleash it whenever you want, if you want later. I actually wonder if trumpet is one of those items that you would ever release later at all, or if you just rather would roll for a new item instead. Alright, once again, sliding out of there, and jump D with a massive hitbox prevents Aggu from pressing anything. Snipe from the air, the jump heavy, ever so beloved button. Oh, hello?
What?
Was that?
I didn't book anything. What happened?
Did we miss it? Was that intentional? Nobody knows, but the fact of the matter remains that Izzy's kind of mixing it up here.
Both of them!
Cooking even, if you will. And this is the kind of stuff that Aggu will have to deal with for the duration of this set if they want to come out as victorious. Apply the afro. Timer has been set. Oh no! Bursting into the explosion! Self-bomboing. Izzy finds the wall break. One more little sliver of health left on Aggu to beat all the low pokes. The mix with the multiple hits. Mix starts up so fast that in a lot of situations where you where next special move chip damage kills you, it's hard to hold FD for all of the hits of the mix, especially if you're looking to not be free for pressure afterwards.
That's a nice hit.
Just at the donut. Oh,
This is the Oki what I was talking about. It's fucked up.
How? I actually don't know the numbers for like Shabi into Spiral Arrow Guard Crush. It's gonna be plus quite a bit, and
It's plus something. I don't know how much, but it's a lot.
Aggu has to hold the little guy. Here come the meteors, left, right, here we go! Mixing it up. And with a big combo. Oh, I like it. I reset before the wall break, and now instead, we'll still have to break the wall, unfortunately, with the smallest of piece. But now Aggu's time. Oh, misses the last hit there.
Okay, so apparently it's plus 20. Thank you, Timm.
And there we go. The first case of Izzy actually crawling the Shabi Spiral Arrow, I think. So I wonder what the counterplay then is. You would need something that hits grounded Faust. I guess you could perform like axe kick, or you could choose to not cancel your Shabi, of course. I think out of your like Oki setups, just performing the Shabi just can give you a meaty still. So
Yeah, I think it's an option of just doing the Shabi and then not doing anything.
yeah.
Geo 2D, one of the buttons. This is so much damage.
Break
She
it.
does so much damage now. And she also generates so much meter off of everything. And now you're on positive and... Okay, good first.
Ooh, caught off the backdash. So much. Oh, the violent Red Hustle stuffed. And now into the mix-up you go.
Scary. Nice jump.
Has
but
to- oh my god.
has to hold it because the bomb was there. Oh. What
kinda-
arrow?
Very close. What Aggu kind of did there is, I think Aggu broke the step dash on like the very first frame it started and stepped straight into the bomb explosion. If he chose to hold it and not break it, would have just self-exploded there.
Nice. I think that was drill startup.
Ooh, bombo possibilities. Not this time. The little guy holding Aggu once again in place, has RC, has to use it to not get punished. Ooh, first time I've ever seen anybody using Blue Assault on Faust.
I played some Fausts in Tower who use it pretty regularly. I think there's some setups that use... Oh, nice!
Yeah, if nothing else, then when you have positive bonus, you of course wanna sometimes trade one resource to another.
Did this super get interrupted because of the bomb?
Yeah, mine's sad. I actually
In
missed
the world.
it. Sounds like a...
There
Sounds like
was
an
a bomb on screen and Geo started doing super, like, you know, the dive kick super. And then the bomb exploded, it hit Faust, and then the super just ended.
Do we juggle with this? Nope, the Horde holding it still. Another nice guy.
Oh, my children, and hold the neutral.
Oh no! I think this time Aggu tried to do it again, but just didn't get the dash break early enough. And a 6 heavy. Stagger into mix. Takes another one for Izzy. High-level Faust is so scary. It's like when you have such a little meager amount of the player base playing the character, especially at a higher level, when you finally meet a really strong Faust, it's just terrifying. Yeah, I wonder, because Izzy was crawling forward there, and Aggu chose to play the axe kick, which actually does reach crawling Faust at the end, I think. So you would have to react to the axe kick and stand up instead of commit to the crawl.
Oh no.
Gonna explode for an extra hit. Unfortunately, I think that's gonna screw up the subsequent setup. Izzy deems that it is time to burst up here. Still want to use all my 100 meter. And now, what's it gonna be? Strike throw. Set it on flames. Oh, and you're standing so tall. Even though we are Giovanna, who has one of the shortest standing hitboxes in the game, or hurtboxes rather. All of that means nothing when you're wearing an afro.
Very nice conversion. And burns it all. Gets a hard knockdown.
There we go. Crush them. Oh wow, the Shovey 6p actually, so it's not 6p, DP actually whiffed. Ooh, found the up dog and a pickup! Oh!
Wait.
Wait.
Holy shit.
Wait a second, you get a pickup with that?
Character kinda nice.
Has Gio always had that?
Maybe. Maybe it's because Faust is kinda huge.
Yeah, and at that point, Izzy can't really justify the burst too well, especially since it's the safest play to just take it to the next round. 2k, about an immediate burst for Aggu. Definitely puts on, sort of on table what kind of game plan Aggu is running with and what kind of, you know, momentum they want to run. Pick up the horn, yeah. Reset it.
Oh, nice.
2k anti-airs.
Yeah. Faust with the afro, what's he gonna do?
Really love to throw it.
Oh, didn't get a chance. Sadly.
No,
Nice
Faust,
Wulfie.
don't eat that banana peel, that's not food. Walks in the right direction and the interruption as well. Goes into Shovey though. Izzy was completely ready to interrupt that. Ah, perfect.
Cool, nice.
Perfect time for the hammer. Works as a combo extender. Looking good so far. Other than the banana peels that you were eating, that's pretty gross. Crapping Izzy out of the 6 heavy. Players expending the burst, back to neutral we go. Step dashes straight into the 6 heavy and the drill kick as well. Can be kind of a double-edged sword. You have so fast and good options for moving forward. Izzy crawls under the crush again. Like the little guy follow-up strike actually ends up as a combo part and working towards the wall break. What a combo from Izzy. Alright, good trade for Aggu. Able to get a little bit of that real estate from the pushback. Looking for the whiff punish. Where's the timing? Crawls under the up dog. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good stuff that you can crawl in this matchup. And Izzy, if not the best, then one of the best players to utilize that. Check them. Fight for the donut. Aggu finds a low into Red Assault. And now Izzy has a lot of different options here. Chooses to go with the YRC this time. Extends the pressure with the blue. I kind of like that, especially like there. I think the blue assault, good places to use the blue assault are a little more niche compared to red. But I think Izzy has been finding some good ones in this set. For example, the previous one, when your opponent is super low, why not just, you know, use the bursts in order to create those last RPS mix situations for you. Back turn, the classic. What's next? Horn is gotta be picked by Izzy still. Had to spend 50 meter for that to procure it though.
Oh, he's super. And it kills.
Damn. Raw super still does pretty okay damage, even though in general the combo damage for burst.
Also kind of have you're playing against Faust who has no guts whatsoever.
Yeah, that as well. Careful with the hammer. Oh, so tricky.
Hide him in his mouth between rounds. Okay, hey, hold down.
Oh, now be very careful. Aggu trying to take into the air because they know the extended hurt box makes you a very susceptible ground target.
Nice dash blocks. Oh, but it's not enough.
Wait, what happens if you eat multiple items, or can you even?
I think it just replaced the previous item that you ate.
That's what I would think as well. Ooh, there we go. Not committing to the shabby follow-up.
Nice, good bird. Oh, and interrupts the wild assault.
Coast to coast, spits it out. Have to. Oh, but
Before? Nice.
I wonder.
What's the horde carry him away?
I wonder if that was like an elaborate bait for Izzy to kind of invite AgguBaggu to step forward into the horn and then get hit by the teleport. Because like with the teleport move, Izzy was not gonna get that horn, that was for sure. Yep, up dog minus. Both players trading the 5Ps. Uh-oh, you're in the corner now. One thing about eating an item that it finishes the item throw animation much faster, or either you don't throw it, but like the eating animation is much faster than a normal item throw, making it much less punishable. So in a lot of the times, or like in a lot of the cases where the opponent might be looking to like punish the item throw, you won't be able to punish the item eat. In fact, you might actually get counter-poked by Faust because he recovers so fast out of it. Tech. And Aggu making sure that even though we are forward dashing a lot, we are mostly holding backwards during those to be safe. Forced to take the acro, unless, yes, still has to take it after the burst. Acro looks wild on Giovanna with the wolf and all. Oh, that's an actual combo! Taking the hard knockdown with blue assault. Here comes Izzy. What's it gonna be? Strike, throw, safe jump. There wasn't a whole lot of things you could have done there.
I think the dog should also get an afro.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it does, because it's like an extension behind Giovanna while you're wearing it. But like 2 afros would be much better than 1. Make it happen, Ishiwatari. Double chomp.
Very nice pulse from Izzy.
It's kind of nice that the...
Oh! Interrupted the spiral arrow startup.
As the RC, yeah, recognizes this is probably gonna kill. And with the super, that is surely gonna kill. Is it kind of making it seem like Faust has some damage output? Saving a lot of these, you know, important resources for those big hits as well as those decisive hits when you finally have the kill. Again, Xavi to take the follow-up. Perhaps trying to bait the crawl reversal out of Izzy.
Yeah, most likely.
Right.
Like, this is what I mentioned earlier when I said that I think that you can just do Xavi and then just not go into anything. And if your opponent did something expecting to follow up, then you can just punish them for it.
Careful with the banana peel. Able to finish the
I was
combo.
close though. Slips on it anyway.
A little bit of Looney Tunes action into... Oh! That time I think Izzy was initially crawling, but then let it go. Oh, he's spitting. Oh, that was actually a pretty great gold burst. Not only getting the positive bonus, but also completely avoiding the meteor mix-up.
Snack block.
It's gonna explode. Yeah, guard crush. And I think Izzy was crawling forward, so can easily transition into a block here. Other side. And here come the big Giovanna combos. However, perhaps a little bit of unfamiliarity with the combos, or maybe shaking hands, or Faust hurt box.
Or maybe all of them. Nice! At the same timing.
I'm actually surprised about so many things here. I didn't know that up teleport tracks that much, but also Aggu just had the perfect timing, like you said. Plus frames, Izzy backdashes out of them. Ooh, there we go. 6P, DP, both will catch that Rerere or the fishing bow. Oh, nice pounds, gets the horn. With the 2K Abare moving out of the corner, Izzy has been building a lot of resources during those hits. Gets the mix up. And the final tap should be a kill, very close, yes indeed. Ooh, doesn't manage to land into enough plus frames.
Actually, it's a punish on the item is.
Ooh, it's so good. Into.
Oh, that did so much damage.
Oh, but Aggu was holding it. Both players with their bursts ready to be unleashed. This very important round. If Izzy gets this.
Okay. I see where you're coming from, but...
Perhaps looking for those small advantages. 5K just completely checks the axe kick. Uh-oh. And the bomb is there as well, forcing Aggu to hold defense or block on wake up. Aggu's trying to push them. Trying to force the hot potato to Izzy's side of the round.
There's so much going on. Okay, finds a hit. Finds a throw. This could be huge. Oh, nice. We do some birthday? It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, is he not willing to unleash the burst just yet? Oh no, the backwalk. Just barely sliding out of the throw range. Is he putting themselves on 6 now? Gonna be tough, not impossible, but kind of tough.
And don't use the hammer too. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
I was willing to bet money that that hammer actually still catches Aggu. 5B Abare initially gets Izzy out of them. Here comes the guard crush setup into a throw. And the instant overhead, very classic. When the afro's lit, there's really not a whole lot of good options for you to play. And now we are already in the set point position. Aggu will have to work very diligently here. Break the wall, no heart knockdown though. Here we go, we can potentially loop here. This is where the loop starts. Playing it a little more patiently. Izzy once again crawling under the up dog. He's just saying not much, how about you?
It was such a nice backdrift RC, but then the minion was there and he had to hold it. Oh, this is scary.
Quite enough, but heart knockdown. Aggu is literally the safe jump, guessing for their life. Walks correctly.
Oh no! Oh,
okay.
This might be huge.
Oh, Aggu! He put it in the air, so it's more minus than 2. Oh no!
Happy years.
That That was really amazing tech display there for Aggu. Unfortunately, not able to get the round with it.
God.
But I think that's actually one of the few ways that you can deal with Gold Burst without.
That was so sick. I'm so sad it didn't actually work.
But that is the power of him. Easy Faust, one of the top Faust destroyers in the region. Holy.
Holy.
Well, a valiant effort for sure. And perhaps we could argue that this is not even my main character. But then again, what is for Aggu? There's so many characters at such a high level that you can't even tell. Either way, that's gonna be it for tonight from us. As per usual, you know what to do if you want to play on the next event. I will give a sort of a note that at the moment we are getting quite a lot of signups each week, so it might be a little tough to get everybody in. But if you keep sign-upping multiple times, multiple weeks in a row, we sort of have a pseudo priority system that those that have been trying to get in for a long time will get to do so. If you want to.
Hard. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, it's just kind of hard trying to get everyone in when there are region limitations and skill level limitations and all that.
Yeah, it's a lot of mental gymnastics or mental Tetris that you gotta play to, you know, be fair and accommodate everybody. Because unlike many high-profile events, we're sort of not catering. We're not really catering for the top players only. It's an event that tries to be as fair for players of all skill levels. Everybody gets to play equally, or that is the theory at least. But any last words for you or any shoutouts?
No, not really. Bad at shouting myself out.
Fine, I'll shout you out then and show this card one more time.
Yippee.
Check all the Naga pictures on Twitter. Other than that, let's see any events going on at the moment. There's usually some Strive action.
I think Striving for Progress might actually be going on right now.
Which would be a very okay target. Yeah, Striving for Progress 34. So let's go there. That is the destination. And our destination is to chill and get some food in and sleep soon. We'll see you again next week. Thanks to both Tibe as well as Altinin for holding down the fourth on the mic.
Always a pleasure.
And that said, we'll see you next Sunday, 5 p.m. CEST. Till then, stay safe and bye-bye.
Bye.